Matthew 3 and 4. And John the Baptist, Yahweh Shai, like they were really saying, yo, push the gospel, fruit me for repentance.
Well, John was baptizing our people to give them the shadow for Yahweh Shai coming.
Right.
Because you got to think that that time, you got one man is baptizing. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not the Levitical priest way.
Right.
And that's why he told those Pharisees, who warned you?
That's the spirit. I was about to say that. He say you damn vipers.
Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakodash. We'd also like to give double honors to our elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do root well. We'd also like to say peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's beloved elect, to the hopeful elect in 1/3. To you, we say shalom. All right, and Adon Ratazah, these modern day camps, okay, the churches, okay, what we're holding here, the gathering, that gather yourselves together, okay, as the Lord told us. We pray that this is edifying to the body of believers. Whether you live in a world of debate, you live in a world of accusations, you live in a world full of pretty much contention, well, at least whether or not you believe what we hold to be truth or not, there is something spiritual taking place right here. So no matter if you believe in this or not, the Lord has always got the doors of edification open when it comes to the true teaching through the Holy Spirit, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
That's right.
Okay, so the truth is being proclaimed, and everybody that's been holding it is now like a spoiled child who now wants their toy back.
Mm-hmm.
So it was okay for Christians to allow the Bible to collect dust, but now when niggas got it, now it's gimme. What are you doing with that?
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't know, the true Hebrew Israelites are so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, and those scattered abroad according to the diaspora, that our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, put upon us as a punishment, all right, for our inequity. And now the Lord is also, like he said, according to his word, he's gathering us back. So you want to know why you see so-called niggas standing out here reading the Bible? You want to know why so-called Spanish people are speaking Hebrew?
Right.
Because that's the Lord performing miracles on his people.
That's right.
All right? That's the Lord performing miracles, man. You got black people that weren't allowed to read or write are now reading the scriptures and reading it in the Hebrew in an ancient tongue. So fuck you and public schooling, man.
Right.
That's the Lord doing that.
That's right.
What you got, brother?
Going for you. This is
so the water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash.
water.
All right? For not forgetting us.
Right.
For not leaving us in a fucking whorehouse. Okay? Not leaving us in a makeshift building with the fucking 1993 lies in our brain still.
Seriously.
Okay? Because in 2026, as a so-called black person, I don't know what the fuck you're learning inside this corridor.
Yeah.
Okay? That's helping you in the real world. All right?
Yeah. Damn corridor. That's exactly what it is. Real quick, line back off what you said. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 28. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish.
And faith is a gift. So now our faith in this is flourishing. But it was okay for our faith to flourish in white Eurocentric Judean Christianity. Notice that, brothers. It was okay when you were hemming and hawing in Esau's church. That was okay. It was okay for you to be in the to be fully invested in faith in college.
Yep.
It was okay for you to have your faith invested in the military of America. But once your faith has been directed specifically past Edom, now it has to be addressed.
Yeah.
Notice that.
Yeah.
When you're not serving Edomites, that's when subsequently there needs to be a question. Like Eminem said in one of his videos, he was like, you don't question it till it happens in middle of America.
Yep.
Then where were the parents at?
Yep.
You blame it on Maryland. He was going in, bro.
Yeah.
So he was, I think this song's called White America.
White America.
You know what it is.
Yeah, yep.
So it's okay for us to shoot, kill, stab, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Right? Each other.
Yep.
But then when it happens to Edom, that's when it's like, oh shit, the monocles get put on,
Mhm.
investigation and studies, you know?
Right.
You can't see the play here.
Real. And it says back in second Edges 6 and 28, as for faith, it shall flourish.
And they have a problem that our faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai is flourishing.
Right.
They have a problem. So you have a problem with prophecy. You have a problem that the house of David is being rebuilt. You have a problem that the priesthood on high is being established on earth. You're a demon.
Yeah.
You're a demon. You're a devil worshiper like the black woman.
Exactly.
Keep going.
And it reads, corruption shall be overcome.
And who's bringing in corruption? Edom. Now, Hosea, what does it say in Hosea 4:1? It that the Lord had a controversy with us in our land
Right.
when we were ruling because of corruption. But now that we are through a process of time, been put in curses under captivity, punished and penalized. Now Esau, Edom is the mogul of corruption. So now when any form of wickedness, you have to bring Edomites into the picture. One thing I noticed with people, they have no problem pointing out black on black, brown on brown, all these issues, but it's like, wait a minute, who gave these niggas the sponsorship? Who gave them the guns? Who gave them the colors? Like I was looking into, y'all brothers know the Watusis and the Hutus, those Africans. Remember that basically it was two Hamitic people.
Yeah.
Do you brothers know what gave Esau the green light to break apart Africa? They called it the Hamitic hypnotism or something.
Hamitic hypnotism.
Basically, Esau, the early Edomites, the Belgians, the Germans, the Temanites, when they started parting Africa, they basically used pseudoscience.
Oh.
So they said the Watusis, because they got a skinnier nose, they're more superior than the Hutus because they got a wide nigga nose.
Wow.
So Esau went in and divided and conquered him and Jake.
Yep.
You know, so what Esau does is he will divide you and then let you kill yourselves. Bro, in 100 days, they let 800,000 people killed each other because of early European colonialism.
800,000?
800,000 in 100 days. So all Esau is the face of corruption, man. You know?
Well, it says that he took peace from the earth.
Literally.
He's the red horse.
Literally. Bro, he be dividing all the heathens. Why is there North Korea, South Korea then? Because of Edom, the Africa. Jake, the heathen. Who separated us? Yeah, we can look into the curses, but who pushes those curses to capitalize through colonialism? Edom.
Yeah.
So Esau separates you, you know? Light skin, dark skin.
Willie Lynch letter, right?
Exactly.
Bro.
That's called pseudoscience. So he's going to use digital pseudoscience very soon, man.
Yeah.
Credit score.
Yeah. And sorry, Slocky. But going back to the that letter, the Willie Lynch letter, that color, so-called light skin, dark skin, that's just one aspect in that letter. That shit runs deep. It's psychological. Yeah, age is psychological.
Yep, gender.
You know, like all that shit, bro. It goes into how Eve basically grooms the Jake man to be like an Edomite, to be accepted in Babylon. Effeminate. That shit runs very deep.
So when they cut out the father from our homes, it leaves Eve and the offsprings at the hands of Edom.
Yeah.
So with these YNs, those are not just products of their environment, they're products of Edomites. So when you watch that movie, They Clone Tyrone, they were really showing you that we can create the perfect nigga.
Yep.
So they've created the perfect nigga. And what you don't realize is one of the precepts or presets for the perfect nigga is Cheeto dreads, low testosterone, ass hanging out, skinny jeans on, nail polished finger, blunt hand, shaved face.
Yep.
See? You had some, brother?
Yep. Between April and July of 1994.
Yep.
An estimated 800,000 to 1 million people, primarily the Tutsis, minority and moderate Hutus, were systematically killed in Rwandan genocide. Over just 100 days, the massacre were outstretched by extreme Hutu militias and Rwandan government following the assassination of President Juvenal I'm gonna mess this up.
It's all good.
Damn.
That's fine.
Hybermana.
There it is. So Esau shows you the same playbook. And you know there's Jakes in the midst of that.
Yeah.
There's Jakes right in the midst of that.
Yeah.
You know? And then I was watching, like, when you go into like the Jakes that are still stuck in Africa, a lot of them be trying to flee like Niger, and they'll cut through like Libya. Bro, that Libya's a fucking cesspool, bro. Libya's full of forced prostitution, and then they'll flee from the capital of Libya to sail across to get to Italy. And then when they get over there, now they deal with Esau.
Yep.
So it's like when you look at it, bro, the world is under complete hell with Esau in power.
Yeah.
The world is under complete hell. You know?
Man. Back in 2nd Ezra 6 and 28, and it says,
Because look at what the North got to go through to get here.
oh, bro,
Look,
what's that shit called
the
again?
Bering Strait.
Yeah, the Bering Strait. Damn, bro.
A little more.
It says, and the truth which have been so long without fruit.
And that proves Christianity has literally been the reason why you have no understanding of what the Bible means.
Right.
White, Eurocentric Judean Christianity is what's inside of a nigga's head right now.
Yeah.
Okay, a Jake woman right now has a white man with brown hair dancing in her brain.
Yeah.
Okay?
Plantation Christianity.
Yeah.
What's that?
Plantation
Christianity.
Yep.
That's all these churches are. That's all it's filled with. So when you have that and that zeal, you now give Esau a pass, which makes you an abomination.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like a lot of our people have Stockholm syndrome towards Esau. You know, they still are like a lot of our people, especially the Jake man. You know, like Eve. You know, she's a woman, so by default, she's gonna be submissive to who's superior.
Yeah, power.
Right? Exactly, power. But like as far as the Jake man goes, you know, a Jake man can walk into like let's say a Edomite ran, you know, I don't know, job. And then Jake walk in and he's scared of Esau.
Yep.
You know?
I had that happen to me today. An older Israelite man, I was working at my job, doing my thing, you know, being the only masculine black man.
Yeah.
Because the so-called, let me add, because the other Jakes that be at my job, they'll be through, like hair undone,
Yeah.
off in the feet. You hear this?
Yeah.
That's actually Esau. He says psychologically, that's an adolescent. When you can't fucking pick your feet up while walking, it's like a psychological. Because I've been on that, like, basically spiritual. So Esau calls it psychological. But Jake be like this at my job. You know what I mean? And they look at Edomite. I'm talking trash Edomites. Like just bottom barrel, big belly, skinny body Edomites.
Yeah.
But when Jake sees that, he's intimidated.
Yeah.
He's intimidated by the image still. So this Jake, he was a delivery driver. You know what he said to me? He came in and he said, "Man, when I got in here, I believe he said I was nervous or intimidated. Then he said, when I seen you, I knew I was good."
Oh.
Wow, bro.
That's what he said, bro.
Wow.
He said, when I seen you, I knew I was good. See?
That's spiritual.
Yeah.
That's spiritual though. You know? Man. But that's why it says in 2 Peter 3:1 that the Lord had made us active.
You're rendered active.
It says
stir up our pure minds.
Serve our pure minds by way of remembrance.
Because without this knowledge, Esau can use the same played out playbook, the same garbage move, and it works every time on a Jake that the Lord's not dealing with. But he can't come up to the altar with that same rhetoric and then walk away feeling victorious.
Right.
Okay?
And it says 2 Ezra 6 and 28, and it says, which have been so long without fruit shall be declared.
Boom. So now a declaration is being made. Okay? Now this Edomite commented on one of the videos I did, and he said, let's get Ezekiel 37 and Revelations 11. Revelations 11 y 8. All right? So this Edomite commented, get Revelation, get Ezekiel 37, you get Revelations 11. Gotcha. Because with these people, while we proclaim prophetically the truth, their response is not to adhere to what's being said, but to now question those that are speaking it, which is complete cognitive dissonance. Wait a minute. Why are you upset that what you hear is truth, but you don't like who's saying it? So the first response, as Edomite said, was, what prophecy did you fulfill? Well, we're going to read them.
Yep.
We're going to read them. So now let's read. You got a Revelation 11?
Verse 11.
Let's start at 8.
Okay.
Let's speed through that and prove to you why we fulfilled this, because it was told to Ezekiel that this would take place for us.
Yes.
Also, Hosea said that. We are prophecy, man.
Yes, exactly.
What do you mean? We are prophecy.
Right.
That's what the heck?
So like even this sign, bro.
Exactly.
That was Ezekiel 37, the same chapter.
Yep.
This sign should be a sign right here, bro.
Us being
This
born.
stick.
Us being born is prophecy.
That's right.
Jeremiah was said, I knew you before the womb. That's prophecy.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai being born was prophecy. Yahweh Shai fulfilled what? Micah 5:2. A governor shall come out of Israel.
Yep.
We're so prophetic that our enemies look into prophecy, nigga.
Yeah.
We're so prophetic that our enemy will go, wait, instead a nigga will hiss, will hag, will walk, will scoff, throw out a fucking tarot card, a blunt, but an Edomite will actually go back and look this up.
Yeah.
They'll actually send Christian pastors to the land of Israel to brief them how to handle us here in modern day Rome.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me we ain't prophecy? So as much as a nigga will scoff at it, your enemy is taking heed to it.
Yeah.
Your enemy is listening.
It's like Herod. Remember when as soon as Yahweh Shai was born, they wanted
He's man,
yeah.
yo, go find that out.
Yeah.
And then the Lord gave those Israelite wise men, he gave them a dream to not go back to Herod.
Yep. Exactly. This is Revelation 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies.
See, it was okay when we were dead.
Right. Right.
It's okay. That makes me mad. How people are comfortable with a low condition on us, and then what makes me more mad is their uncomfortability of us coming from a dead state.
Right.
What does that tell you
Right.
about the standard existence of creatures' opinion and embracement when it comes to us alive?
Yeah.
The fact that we're alive now makes you feel uncomfortable? The fuck?
For real.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Lord's elect. When you look at creation, Yahweh Shai, then the Israelite man, like the existence was, the world was made for our sakes. Ezra said the world was made for us. So you have heathens that were created to serve us, and because they're not serving us, they're mad because they can smell servitude coming.
Yeah, that's right. Damn right. And that's why this is the greatest story told ever known to man.
To existence.
To existence.
To existence, literally.
Yeah. What the rocks used to say, can you smell what's cooking?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Cooking?
Yep. And he also used to say, shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Shut your mouth and know your role.
Yeah. So we're spiritually telling the world to shut the fuck up.
That's right.
Okay?
Back in Revelation 11 and verse 8, it says, shall lie in the street of the great city.
It was okay for us to be through in Babylon. Because I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately, okay? And when you look, you could see where the influx of the attack was increased.
Yeah.
Because you had us freed in so-called 1865, which then they established the KKK in 1865. They also established Jim Crow in the same time period, segregation. But when you start looking further, prison couldn't do it. Segregation couldn't do it. So they had to up it to what? Spiritual, mental, chemical attacks.
Yep.
That's why they was putting acid in the pools while we were swimming in it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, they used to pour acid in the pool while we were swimming in it.
Yeah.
So Esau knows he has to attack you internally now.
Exactly.
Because lashings don't work. Whipping don't work. Cotton fields don't work.
Yeah.
You know? Breeding us out don't work.
Yeah.
Because you can only get so many black women, bro. The Israelite man would know, even if Esau got all the Israelite women in the world, we would still come back.
Exactly. Exactly, bro.
So when a Jake woman is crying about you having multiple women, that bitch don't want to come back then.
Right.
Because what if you die? How you gonna come back?
Exactly. And it says, but going back to what you said earlier, except the Lord have left the remnant, we should all be through a Sodom and Gomorrah.
Through.
Come on, man. Because if you go through the scriptures constantly, you gotta look at the scriptures. Constantly, the Lord has constantly preserved that
7,000 men that shall not bow the knee to the image of Baal.
Right. But even like a little deeper, the Lord has constantly preserved that lineage of Shem. You know, that's why it says Galatians 3:16 sees can I get a real quick slot here, bro? Because I want to make a quick point. Because without the elect, you know, being preserved, we would all be fucking through. This is real quick. This is Galatians chapter 3, and verse 16. And it says, Now to Abraham and his seed where the promise is made, he said not
to men.
right.
To men.
He said not into seeds as of many, but as of one, into thy seed, which is Yahweh Shai, and ultimately, that lineage of Shem, Judah, and so on and so forth. Yahweh Shai came into that lineage. You see, so without Yahweh Shai being born and him dying for our sins and him, unloosing those seals, we'll all be fucking through.
The whole
You see?
nation.
The whole nation will be through. So the Lord being an Israelite man, and Esau when he wants to do away with the Israelite man.
Always.
So us being alive, standing here saying this, that's a miracle.
A miracle.
Come on, man.
Because the Egyptians try to take away all the Israelite men too.
Yeah.
Why'd they leave the Israelite women?
Come on.
Why did King Herod kill the boys 2 years and under?
Come on.
Let's get back to the point.
Revelation 11 and verse 8, and it says, which spiritually it's called Sodom and Egypt.
Now, I'm glad this part came out because one thing that I noticed when you look up 2026 Black culture is gay.
Yeah.
When you look at Black culture, all the men have some kind of feminine trait from their mother.
Mhm.
Like, what's the one thing Jake be like? I know that's right. That's a nigga woman saying.
Mhm.
That's a Black woman saying. Like, I truly hate cliche down south Black culture. You know what I mean? Like hog. Like Key and Peele made a skit.
Yeah.
Remember, he was like, "Give me the."
Yeah.
Like,
They'll sit
give me
down.
the hog.
Yeah, in the restaurant. Yeah.
Bro, like,
Yeah.
it's not funny, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
But that culture, I now notice, because I was like, let me look a little bit into modern Black people algorithm.
Yeah.
All Black people are doing in 2026 is trying to figure out the dating scene. You know what I mean? Like, they're still trying to figure out, like, how to be independent. Like, nigga, the casino's about to close. And you're still trying to figure out how to win at blackjack.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this shit about to be done.
Mhm.
Black culture now is zesty and multiple dating partners.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's because you're following the simple, weaker vessel Black woman. Do not follow the Black woman.
Yep.
I never knew how through she was until I just listened to her talk and her logic. You're spiritually dumb. You're truly dumb.
It's funny because the scriptures.
And I'm sorry, brother. And Esau wants that. Esau wants the Black woman to be the voice of you Israelite men. He wants that. What you got, bro?
It says in the scriptures, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. But I just learned out over these past couple of days that dogs will actually wander in circles.
Mm.
And I did that. I followed my dog, and the shit went around in a circle.
That's it. That's a woman.
That's a woman.
That's a woman. And her ears are this is her ears. Say something to me. Huh? What you got?
What
bro?
about you? Never mind.
Right?
I was like, hold on.
But brother, listen, it says the beasts of the earth shall teach thee.
Yeah.
And what Tupac say? You wonder why they call you bitch. Come on.
I got a quick preset. This is Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Yeah, childish leaders,
Yep.
even amongst Israel. Like you got to be childish to always want to party, rap, and dance.
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being artistic,
Right.
but to constantly keep this always look as men. Let's be honest for one. As men, we're not always trying to be amongst this family gathering shit.
No.
We need space. Hence why we created one. So the point is that always wifey, huggy, matching. Like I get the concept of that family unit. But to have us as Israelite men constantly in the midst of you, women, wife, and children, that's childish, bro.
Yeah.
That's childish. Like when you look at a Israelite man who now has a family home and a wife, if you look, he's been resorted to another child.
Mhm.
Right or right.
Yeah.
He'll be hanging with the kids, playing with the kids, but he's also reverted to as a big kid now.
Right.
Because you can't be a man, because once you become a man in this place, the demons jump on her. Now she wants to move on to a boyfriend.
Right. Yep. Boy toy. This is Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
And then when judgment comes, that's when they're gonna want you to be a man.
Yeah.
Right now, it's lover boy season. Drake bonnet niggas, right?
Yeah.
But when the lights shut off, that's when you're gonna want an austere man.
Yeah.
That's when you're gonna want a man that can lift a fucking car and throw it at something.
For real.
Because right now you got the dating pool amongst Jake is boys, hanging out, pretty much being a servant to the woman.
Yeah.
Because one thing I noticed,
Yeah.
I don't need your girl's acknowledgement for me and you to be together.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not here to make sure that the mother and the girlfriends think, oh, girl, he's a green flag. Fuck
Right,
y'all.
bro.
Exactly.
There's
real.
power about to go out, bro.
For real.
Exactly.
Power is about to be restored back to us.
Real.
You know what I mean?
Because we trying to look worthy, like we want to be worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Shai,
But this
not in the eyes of man or fucking a woman.
this modern generation of Jake is trimming their ways to seek love in all the wrong places.
Yeah, man. And it says Isaiah 3:12, and a woman rule over them.
Yep. And this is why you bow to them. And this is a part of the attack that Esau capitalizes here in Babylon. Just look up a body cam video of a Jake couple having an argument. What does that Edomite cop always do? He always separates her from the man. Keisha, listen, I know Tyrone. You know what I mean? Like, and you'll watch this nigga, and she's so easy. I never knew how easy the Jake woman is,
Right,
bro. That's why, bro, we as Israelite men, bro, we are truly the hopeful elect, because if we were just out here running rampant, you know how many so-called black women will be with us because they're adulterers? You women leave the house and you get bagged like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But that's a representation of us as a nation, and that's why we are hoping that we are part of the wise virgins, where our spiritual legs are closed.
Right.
Okay? So we even showing the Israelite woman how to be towards our man. So take notes.
For real.
Keep going.
And it reads, it says, "Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err."
I remember this is when I had braids when I was first learning the truth. I grew my whole shit out. A black fit. I was like fucking Ice Cube in higher learning. You know what I mean?
Run
Tell them white folks. Nigga, I was there. So I remember I was in South Carolina, I had this Judite woman braiding my hair. Bro, I didn't even know she had a whole man. She was making advances. And I was like, oh, I'm thinking like, you know what I mean? And but the spiritual man, I had to make sure I say, you got a man? And would she say, yeah? So I had to fucking leave half hair braided. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. So we are in the spirit showing even our own people how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. You know?
The Lord made our tongue fall upon us.
Exactly. See, so brothers, be careful out here, man, because even our own people, they don't fear the Lord nor his judgments, man. You know, so we have to constantly protect ourselves.
And it reads, it says, "And destroy the way of thy path."
Boom. So now it's a freak fest. This is why you go in the inner city, and it's like a brutal bubble that Jake is stuck in, and they're all just popping each other, shooting each other, you know, lying to each other. Let's get Hosea 4:1. I know we're going to we had Revelations 11. Let's go into that. Because soon as that spiritual Sodom kicked in, Isaiah 3:9, they shoot their countenance at Sodom. You know? Jacob come up here openly gay without fear. Jacob walk into a fucking church without thinking that they're wicked and they're a transsexual. So the Christian church has failed you. Isaiah 9:6. The leaders of so-called black people are bought and paid for, and they failed you.
9:16.
Thank you. Isaiah 9:16. A modern day leader of the black community is a faggot, a 6'3" nigga in a dress that's a Christian.
Yeah. Hey,
Another 6 foot nigga with a death wish.
The judgment's coming.
Yes, bro.
2/3 about to die here.
Yes.
Now, of course, you're gonna be good in the kingdom. They're gonna come back to the loins of the elect, New Jerusalem. But on this side, they not right. It's not right.
Some demon said that to me too. He said, how's what did he say? He said, how's 2/3? Basically, he was trying to say, how's 2/3 gonna come back if because I said that they'll have shame on him. Then his demon, he goes, well, it says the Lord's gonna wipe away all tears. And I said, yeah, for the elect.
Yeah.
The elect is gonna be the ones that receive that glory, that freedom, the being delivered.
Yeah.
And then to cut his ass, it also says in Zechariah that we're gonna weep when we see Yahweh Shai's body.
Yeah.
So you demons don't know the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Okay, we're over you.
For real.
We're over you in the spirit. And I say that humbly but confidently in the name of Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
Okay? So, brothers, do not be afraid to wield your spiritual sword and start cutting these niggas,
For
man.
real, man. Just like how Shai did to Satan.
Yeah,
You know?
he had to. So we got to do that.
Right.
Satan could jump on the woman,
Right.
jump on the man, jump on the comment board, okay? But ultimately, the people that are used, your ass gonna jump into the lake of fire.
Yeah. This is Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord had the controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So when they try to tell us go to the hood, we already did that.
Oh man.
We were literally in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
We were amongst Jake. And what happened to the prophets? You know, punched, killed, stoned, thank you, imprisoned, kicked out the temple, writings burned,
Accused.
claiming that you lied. You know, you had one prophet that told the truth, and then for his judgment, the wicked king said, well, if it be true, then or he said, he said, lock him up till the prophet said, you're gonna die in war. So the king said, well, lock him up till I return. So because the king died at war, do you think they ever freed that prophet? You know?
Man, bro. They put Jeremiah in the pit.
Yep.
And then they exiled him from the temple. You know?
Yep.
It's crazy.
But then the Lord had Jake get exiled to Babylon.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah stayed.
Right.
Okay.
Real. And it says, Hosea 4:1, and it reads, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Well, let's break that down contextually.
Yes.
So contextually, this is Hosea being raised up against what? The northern.
Yes.
So then by definition, that means this had to be around the Assyrian Empire time period. So the Lord is rebuking Jake in the land for being wicked.
Yeah.
So now fringes fixes that? No, Jake was wicked with fringes on. Jake was being wicked in the temple. It said no mercy. That means according to the law. No truth. That means according to the prophecies. So right there is showing you the personal characteristics of Jake in the land. Yeah. That's why the Lord put heathens in there now. Now you want to be a demon in here. Now I'm going to put demons in the land. And now you got to watch them fucking dance around with pigtails on the side of their face.
Seriously?
You know? La, ra, ha, ra, ra, ra. And then you get mad. Nigga, that's prophecy.
Yeah.
Then you got other Jakes that want to go over there like, look at them at the weeping wall. Look, you remember the one I showed you? Zion something.
Oh, they're walking through.
They're walking through, and then it was like they were both doing double dutch. Like, should I go down? Should I go down? Then the one Jake was like, I'll go down. Some nigga from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? You taking them way out to where we shouldn't be going. I've showed this brother the video.
Yeah, I remember.
And they're going, I'm gonna go down first to the weeping wall, then you go down. Why would you even want to go? That weeping wall is a pillar or a sign of heathens ruling over us, because that wall was orchestrated through King Herod.
Right.
And he restored it as a king of the Jews over us.
Right. Come on, man.
So he said the king's in the building. Well, the king, sometimes we had heathen kings ruling over us.
Yeah.
Herod was a king, hence why Matthew 2, he wanted to murder Yahweh Shai because that infringed on a political role of him being the king over us.
Yep.
So us waking up is a complete violation in the eyes of Edom's rulership and dominance.
Yeah.
Us standing here right now is proclaiming that Esau's about to get out of rulership. And then some stupid nigga is over here telling you how Esau could be saved. The Lord is going to destroy Deacon Akkad and Hassad, bro.
Right. That's right.
I'm telling you right now, you know how dumb you look? Your enemy is locking, loading, oiling, practicing, and getting ready to murder us collectively.
For real.
And you out here spending this fucking money with a binky in your mouth like a child you are, and easily got bought and paid, man. Yeah, man. You're a bunch of babies with pissy diapers on.
It's crazy.
Esau's about to roll on all of us as a nation. Okay?
Back in Hosea 4 and verse 1, it says, because there is no truth.
No truth. And you ain't listening to the prophets that tell the truth. Keep going.
Nor mercy.
And no mercy what? To the law.
Yeah.
They were like, you a demon. Like, you gotta really, you Jakes with the law, you're like Edomites with a gun.
No, for real.
Right?
Because they're by the book.
Yeah, they're like Esau. So they have no spiritual you know what I mean? Like, okay, I get it. You didn't see the stop sign.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like damn, nigga. That's why we be thanking the Lord when a cop will give us a break.
Yeah.
You know? But Jake, they don't want to give you a break. Like, nigga, I can repent. First of all, I'm your Howard Shai sheep. You don't own me. Okay? Bishop Nathaniel don't own us.
For real.
All right?
That's why Yahweh Shai told Jake in John 8:32. He said, "Now the truth shall make you free. Free from what? Free from the Levitical law."
Free from niggas.
Right, man. Because Jake was even the time of Yahweh Shai, Jake would make their own laws within the law.
So surround it.
Yeah, to put Jake more in a snare. They was persecuting Jake for carrying his old mattress on a Sabbath. Come on, man. After this man got healed, they wanted to be a demon to him. This shit is fucking cruel, bro.
Yep.
But that's why, it says that a man's not justified by the law, but by faith.
So now you got Jakes that will persecute you for being spiritually healed through divine intervention by the Lord. But these same Jakes are here today and ain't saying shit about Elon Musk saying we can do Jesus-like miracles. What the fuck?
Right.
Excuse my language. What? What TF? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, here it is. Heathens can perform these miracles. A man to see, John 9. A man that walks, Mark 2. Acts 3.
Yeah, Acts 3.
A man that walk,
witchcraft.
But now Esau's doing it, and that's witchcraft. But now they're all silent about that. All these Hebrew Israelite camps, do y'all talk about Elon Musk? do you mention, and then you use AI to recreate yourself as the men in Acts 2 that got the,
That's
and look.
That's their sponsor.
And then IUIC can make a AI generated video of them speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
But then they'll tell you that speaking in Hebrew is a dumb language.
See, bro? Hey, man.
When the Lord brings a ferocious bear-like judgment and you see a Jake get fucking mauled and all you see is purple and fringes flying in the air, you better not bitch up, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you get Proverbs 3 and 5? I know we quoted a lot, and we're not pulling them, but let's get Proverbs. Is it 3 and 25? Or 22? Sudden destruction, be not afraid.
Oh, damn.
Proverbs 3. What's 22 say, brother?
22.
And Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Kakodash Brakatham, to beloved brothers and a few beloved sisters.
Their life be unto thy soul.
What's 25 say?
Proverbs 3.
Yeah.
Be not afraid of sudden fear.
That's it. Read that, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs,
Yeah.
chapter 3, verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear.
Like, oh shit, like that. Because speaking as a man, the Lord be moving when you don't be expecting it.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like even Esau,
Yeah.
he does his raids when he assumes you're sleeping.
Right.
So he wants to catch you unannounced. Yahweh Shai said it'll be as a thief. Keep going.
Verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of desolation of the wicked when it cometh.
Boom. So now someone who's been constantly scoffing and mocking randomly gets judged. All those Jakes watching, they're going to be in the pray for him spirit.
Yeah.
See, they're not in the right spirit. Right?
Yeah.
Pray for him. Keep going. AI leaders warn of mass job losses for advancing technology, push for government intervention.
Sure, we were just talking about.
Literally. So that's Ecclesiastes 5.
Yeah.
And the grinding shall cease.
Yep.
So why ain't y'all talking about this?
You
got it.
26. For the Lord shall be thy confidence and shall keep thy foot from being taken.
Boom.
Right.
So the Lord is going to be our confidence in the day of evil that's approaching very quickly. And Esau is now separating himself from society and putting a digital bodyguard in front.
Oh, yeah.
AI. AI now is going to be the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
Okay. I just rewatched Eagle Eye. And in the movie Eagle Eye, AI used the Constitution as a loophole to have Americans destroy America.
Oh, yeah.
They made that movie.
Yeah.
Then I watched Squid Games. Cause I be into let me look up, watch shit. Yeah. So Squid Games is AI and they had the chip in it. Cause y'all ever see Squid Games?
Yeah.
They had to scan you.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So they had to scan the back of your ear. What are they scanning?
Oh, damn, yeah.
In their head.
Yeah.
So they were scanning them And then you had poor people that were willing to die just to get a financial advancement from a debt system.
Wow.
Everybody was in debt.
Yeah.
Running Man, debt.
Wow.
Squid Games, debt.
Long Walk.
Long Walk, were they in debt too?
They were in debt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Debt.
Damn, bro.
Debt slaves. All you debt slaves are in trouble. All you wanted to fucking live in a material world as a Barbie girl, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay? You wanted your home, Edomite. You wanted your car, Edomite. You leased it out, you mortgaged this, and now you're just through. And you got college loans on top of it. You're just a debt slave.
Yeah.
You're a proud debt slave. And when he resets the system, your status gets resetted with it.
Yeah. Damn, man. It's going down. Oh, you had more than that. Yep.
Oh, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah,
I had a quick precept,
Big note.
going about these wicked ass false prophets.
Yep.
This is 2 Peter 2 and verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people.
Yeah, you got now the Benjamite, the teacher for IUIC saying that it's a law that you can't say to hate white people anymore. So
That's
they're
crazy.
trying to repackage themselves.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
John 11. Weren't they scared the Romans were going to take away?
John 11, what, 47?
Or 45, you
Yeah,
can start.
around that area.
So Jake,
Yeah.
even back in the Roman Empire, they wanted to, trim it a little bit.
Yeah.
So you don't fear, you don't believe the Lord will protect you.
Yeah.
You don't believe the Lord's gonna protect you.
They want to be in league with Esau.
Yep.
So these guys, you're blatantly showing your hand that you sold out.
Your allegiance.
Yeah, the water. You're showing your allegiance. You're showing what team you play for.
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
Yep.
And you playing for the fucking losing losing team.
You're playing for a team that's playing against you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you think
Crazy.
joining them, you're gonna be delivered. You found it, brother?
I found 40.
Yeah, John 11 around like
45,
like 47.
Then many of the Jews
Yep.
came to marry. Start there.
Yeah. Well, yep.
Yeah. Start 45. Then go down to 47.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the book of John, chapter 11, verse 45. Then many of the Jews which came to marry and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him. But some of them went their ways to Pharisees
7 is the point. Keep going. Yep.
and told them what things Yahushua had done.
So you had certain Jakes that were running to the Pharisees.
Mm-hmm.
And he healed us. What the fuck? Sorry, excuse me. But it's like when you really listen to the characteristics of Jakes in comparison to the believers, you really got to look at them, you know what I mean, as contrary.
Yeah.
You're against prophecy too. Because you got Jakes that their whole catalog of work is just watching the brothers and elders videos and reporting back to a false prophet. So you got niggas right now, all they're doing is watching the truth to find some kind of schism to report back to a nigga that's inside with outside glasses on.
Being a fucking yes man.
What do you got, the black shades on?
Being a yes man, bro.
Like you on a Howard Stern interview. Seriously.
No, for real.
Seriously. You inside with these tight ass shades on. You don't look cool, my nigga. And I'm talking about Captain Zaria. Let me be honest.
Right.
Okay? That weird false prophet politician, the Lord's gonna make light work of him, bro.
Yeah.
And ISBK, you're small in the Bible. All right? Y'all are not it, bro. ISBK is not home of the truth, man. Y'all don't got it. This whole black-white angle is very weird, especially when all you focus on is just black and white. And Amalek is behind the scene of it all.
Yeah.
You know, Amalek is using black and whites. But when you just use that talking point of racism for your angle to draw in an audience, it's very suspicious. And it sounds like a black identity extremist group.
Yep.
So I speak as a man. ISBK is a sellout camp, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's a sellout camp.
Yep.
Okay?
Look at they fucking leader.
Yep.
Verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we, for this man doeth many miracles?
They're talking about Yahushua here.
48. If we let him thus alone,
We don't debate him. We don't question him, right? If we leave this man that has truth, if we leave that alone, keep going.
if we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Because now they ain't gonna be going to the temple. They're not gonna be paying them the money, and then now the Pharisees can't give their piece to the Roman Empire. Taxes, because when you go into it, Jake would, because they would bring up the taxes. All nations do that. The revolution started because of taxes. You know what I mean? So whenever Esau is coming down on your tribute to them, so you wouldn't be able to pay tribute no more to the Roman Empire. That's why now, fast forward today, they call you what? Tax exempt. The 501c3s.
And then what those wicked ass Jakes were saying, eventually it still happened.
Yep.
You can't do nothing against the truth before it. Because 70 AD, the Romans came down upon Jake and persecuted them. And then the word still got out, with Paul's ministry. And then with the disciples becoming apostles, that gospel was still spread after Yahweh Shai got beamed up. Either way,
because you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth.
Exactly.
Because this is all the will of the Lord.
Yep.
At the end of the day, no matter what people do, what they try to do, what they pay, everything's gonna come to naught ultimately. That's what the world is gonna ready to realize, that everything they've done, every attempt has been exhausted to nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So we win.
Exactly.
We win. Just because you see us standing on a byway, you carnally think that this ain't doing nothing.
Real.
IUIC marching with Masons, you feel in your little heart of heart that did something for you.
Because Jake is carnal.
Jake is carnal.
And that's why they wanted a king. That's why Saul came about. Because little do Jake know you already have a king. Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. He's our God. But they wanted to see a king carnally. But then that's why the Lord said, okay, he's gonna put you in captivity. He's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. And look what happened. Come on, man.
Let's keep going.
It's a lot, kid. I'm back. Oh, you had it.
That was it, right?
Yep.
Back in 2 Peter 2:1, and it says, even as there shall be false teachers among you who privily shall bring in damnable heresies.
And now the topic of the week is the Deacon of Cop.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
You were better off just being a scoffer in Sakari.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Now he's pushing that he escaped the black cult. So
What?
yeah. Oh, yeah. So now he's saying that he escaped the black cult. And then they put a compilation. He put General Yohana saying that to take the vaccine. He also showed General Yohana saying that he's gonna take the mark. Then they put the grape in there.
Wow.
So now they're an advocate for blacks as a way to leave.
So now
Bye.
playing the victim?
Yeah.
Yo,
God now.
that nigga is a fucking sellout.
Oh,
Hey, what did Apostle Hart coin his year?
sellouts.
The year of apostates, sellouts, and Asians.
And Jacob's trouble.
And Jacob's trouble with the water.
That's wild.
Yep.
Hey, but the scriptures, like the scriptures are our life, bro. Like somebody got to play that part.
Someone had to spy at our liberty.
Right.
Someone had to creep in unaware.
Come on, man.
So those niggas crept in unaware, got sought out, rebuked, kicked out, and now they're forming their own little and all your fruit is weak anyway. So
Yeah.
you're not doing nothing but fulfilling the will of the Lord.
Those the same, I speak as a man, but those the same niggas that was back then that didn't believe in Yahweh Shai's resurrection ain't back here today.
And the only people you're gonna get is dumb women.
Yeah.
All you're gonna get is some dumbass. Okay, you get some dumbass woman to believe some dumbass doctrine.
Right.
That's not a flex, Jake. You and her dumbass gonna be destroyed.
Right.
Like, we not missing out, bro. All right, one fat ass, another one. You're not missing out, brothers.
For real.
Okay, you're not missing out on nothing. This is where you would miss out, not being right here.
For real. Because even after you do what you gotta do, what's next? Right?
Yep.
Back in 2 Peter 2 and verse 1, and it says, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies. See, it said privately, meaning that you're being wicked behind the scenes, right? But some guys, they just out open, just wicked.
Well, they do it privately to bring it out openly.
Right.
So they're gonna teach you, and then it's gonna get kind of caught into the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna proclaim it. That's what it basically comes to that point where you're gonna have to proclaim it now. And now you've either justified or condemned yourself.
Damn.
So we're looking at a lot of condemn. Can you get you're in John 11?
Yeah.
Go to John 11 and 44.
Yeah.
Read John 11 44.
Because even in our law, it's at Deuteronomy 13, verse 1. It's basically, it goes into about if somebody's trying to bring in a different God or different doctrine, they gotta be put to death.
Deuteronomy 13.
So basically, that's a demon manifesting.
Oh, yeah, bro. You got it, though.
This is the
Luke
book of
11.
Luke 11.
Luke 11 and 44. My bad. I can read it if you want to stay in
I
John.
got it.
All right. Luke 11 and start at 43, please.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all throwing away the doctrine.
It's
They're
crazy.
bugging out. That's really what it is. They're just bugging out.
Yeah.
You're completely bugged out.
And the scriptures say that, said in the last days, they shall be, what's that? Men constantly
Tossed to
leaving
and
the
fro.
doctrine,
Yeah.
tossing and fro,
Seducing spirits.
spirits, having itching ears.
You got to rebuke those, man. You got to rebuke that. If you got a thought in your head that says maybe this is true or right, you have to rebuke that on the spot. That's a demon trying to knock on your door, you know? Because lately, demons, they'll be like throwing little passes at me. I'll be half asleep, or I'll be waking up, and then I'll get mad because I'll remember a thought I heard and I'll rebuke it immediately.
Right.
That's a demon.
Got to.
It's a demon trying to wiggle in, you know? You got it, bro.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 43. Woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats in the synagogues and greetings in the markets.
That's IUIC and ISUBK, because it's been heavy on my spirit lately. Flattering lips.
Yeah.
There's another word, but basically when they be like, and let's give it up for officer of 80,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, they got 2 dudes in the camp, but now he's officer of 80,000. Where? That's smooth words, flattering lips, constantly. That's like Trump. They're beautiful. We love our blacks. We love the blacks. That's how Esau trick you.
And what they call it, brown nosing.
Yeah, that's how a nigga get you women.
Yeah.
Women be so fucking simple.
Facts.
All it gotta take is one man. You so attractive, baby girl. Damn, girl, you about to make me cry. Remember that nigga, the Krishan?
You say
What's
it's called gassing them up.
hold on, bro. What's the fuck is her name? Krishan Johnson, the blue faced chick.
Yeah.
He was rapping or whatever, and this nigga was so horny, he started crying like, girl, you about to make me cry. This music's so good. That's what a nigga will do to just push his body in you. And no, she's such a weaker vessel that she falls for it every time.
Straight up.
Like you said, gassing them up, gassing your head up, gassing the used car up just to go for a ride.
Super inflated.
That's it, bro. Where were we at?
Luke.
Yeah, read it one more time, please, brother. He said, girl, you about to make me cry. Do you see that video, bro? Yo, that's all it takes. It's just, you both got to drink. Now your emotions are up, and he got you.
Man.
Now you got to pay $350 for a car seat.
And really, Jake should be like that, like towards the Lord.
Yep.
Towards wisdom.
Yep.
Right.
Jake should be crying about that.
Yep.
That woman.
Yep.
Even though brothers have women, but it's like.
But we know our focus of what our woman is.
Exactly.
Right.
Because even our own women, you in the right spirit, I'm good because he's serving the Lord.
For real.
Your establishment of us being good isn't me being good to just you.
Exactly.
No, us being good means I'm serving Yahweh Shemel Shai. So when judgment comes and you look at me and say, what's going on? I say, we good.
Exactly.
We good. We good.
For real.
It ain't, he fucking forgot. Girl, shut up.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Relax. Clean the kitchen.
Right, bro.
Go on.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 43. Woe unto you, Pharisees.
Is this red letter?
Yes, it is.
This is red letter.
Yes, it is.
This is Yahweh Shai rebuking false, wicked Hebrew Israelite camps today.
Straight up.
To this day.
Yep.
Woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats in the synagogue.
They all do.
Yep.
Remember years ago, this nigga allegations. He came out the subway like 3 angles.
Yeah.
You had one Jake this way, and the niggas walking us. Who the fuck is that? Undertaker?
Yeah. No, seriously.
Because he's like 6'4".
Yeah.
He's a big gay nigga. So big sis. He came out and he's, you know what I mean? And then he's like, you got the music and all of that just to go to the elders. All that just to go up to these men that are being inspired through the Holy Spirit to keep laboring. He wanted to walk up to him. And he called Elder Pastor a mother effer.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, would you call somebody in the Hoover gang? Would you disrespect them?
Right.
And that comes from chattel slavery.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That shit is crazy, bro.
They used to make the son have sex with his mother.
Yep. Blind him.
Yep.
You just had a story. I didn't check how true it is. You had a Jake woman. She blindfolded her son and put her body on top of his face.
Oh, man.
It's sick out here. Okay, it's sick out here.
Man.
All right, so if you got a problem with us rebuking wicked Hebrew Israelites, like you're an enemy to your own nation, because everyone's got to be rebuked. Jake's not in the truth. Jake's in the truth. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. We get on ourselves.
Right. Verse 43. Woe unto you Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats.
Yeah, you want to be the AI. And why is all IUIC? Why do you always do a Mason hand gesture?
Message.
Why do you always
Right.
do a Masonic hand gesture?
Yep.
I'm just curious. I know you're thinking, but still,
Nate.
think harder.
Right.
Keep going.
Why is it always that particular pose?
Yep.
Though?
Right.
Come on, man. That's why it says, they that exalt themselves shall be abased. Come on, man.
They've exalted themselves. They've turned themselves into an idol.
Yeah.
You had Jake women crying one Passover because Nate was there.
Yeah.
They
We're gonna have a
idolizing-
problem.
They idolizing the garment.
Idolizing the garment, idolizing position,
Yep.
idolizing man over the truth. You know.
What about Yahweh Shai?
And what's the problem with the name? Why is Christ okay, but Yahweh Shai is not? Why is God, Jesus, and Christ okay, but Yahweh Shai is not? That's all I'm saying, though.
Real.
I'm just curious. And then your big doctrine about us not having a name, then why the fuck have you felt so comfortable calling on God, Jesus, and Christ then as a temporary name?
It's crazy because even like in the world, speakers and man, like that word Christ, that name Christ, it didn't move me.
Never.
It didn't change my spiritual mind. It didn't do nothing for me.
Right.
But when I heard the name Yahweh Bahashim Shai, I said, whoa, what?
Right.
It just like a damn light bulb just went into my head. You see? That proves like that the name of the Lord can cleanse you. It can baptize you.
That's why we have to repent in that name.
Right.
We actually have to repent in a name.
That's right.
We now have to repent in a name. So that kills it right there too with this whole talking as you sit in Moses' seat. You wearing all this fake ass gold. That's another thing too. This corny fake plastic gold.
Yeah.
All these weird camps that do that shit too. The gold plastic lion. You know, the gold plastic dove. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all this, and who's always, it's so nice in here. Eve.
Yeah.
Eve, bro. Eve. It's so nice in here. Oh my God, is that real?
Jake like shiny things.
Yeah.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
You want to catch a barracuda, put a fucking watch on a fishing pole and throw it out, and a nigga will jump out the water.
What Chris Rock say, nigga, they spinning.
Yeah.
Niggas love spinning rims.
It's
Yeah.
They spinning.
simple.
Yo,
Jake is simple. Jake is very simple. And you know what proves that those guys are wicked? Because they capitalize on Jake's simpleness.
Yeah.
We don't take advantage of you for being simple and sincere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you just simple. I got you. But when you have someone taking advantage of your simplicity through and with sincerity, that's a demon.
Yeah.
That's a predator. Keep going. Remember that video? This woman, she showed a picture of IUIC following her, and you had a dreadhead nigga.
Yeah.
It was a dreadhead nigga like this behind the pole, and you could see dreads in the front and in the back.
Yeah.
And this nigga's stalking her.
Yeah.
So what are they running over there? They're running something weird over there. But I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for the Jake women or the Jake men, you know? Because the Lord is ultimately going to be the one to handle all that.
IUIC, they got a lot of blood in their hands,
Yep.
bro. It's a lot of fishy scenarios that goes on in that camp.
Yep.
You know?
So rest in peace, Joy Morgan.
Yeah.
Verse 43. Woe unto you Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats in the synagogue.
In every school they have is an upper seat.
Yep.
Like, why can't we just fucking sit at the table together?
Right.
You gotta sit, he gotta sit here. Then they always do the Last Supper pose. Like, what's going on with y'all?
Right.
Even the brother, remember Cry Body said when he went to one of the classes, he said the way they was coming out was like OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Like, dude,
Yeah. Bro, Jake done missed the mark, man.
y'all ain't missing out on y'all missing out on Yahweh Shai being up in there, man.
Crazy, bro.
You're missing out on a true brotherhood being up in there, man. Keep going.
For ye are as graves, hypocrites, for ye are as graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them.
Boom. So you don't even know you're going into unclean spaces.
I think
We-
Man.
What'd you say, brother?
I think I skipped the line.
All right, read 44 again.
It remind me of the with the movie Tales from the Hood. When they with that dude to because he was telling all the stories.
The mortician.
The mortician.
Satan.
Right. Then at the end, then he could transform. That's like these camps. Like you going into somebody, it's like you think he about to, tell you truth. He about to feed you a bowl of lies. He just gas you up and lead you down to a path of destruction.
Gas you up.
Right,
Yeah.
gas you up, bro.
Yeah.
Gas pedal.
It's crazy, man.
That's why they keep you rapping and eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they keep you new moon.
Yeah.
Like it's always some commercial.
But that's why Yahushua said, ye are the father of the devil. Because guess who does the same thing? Esau. He gave the public what? Bread and circus, sports entertainment to keep it distracted from the real problem at hand. Shit is crazy, man.
Keep going.
Verse 44, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are as graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them.
Yep. And then you're destroyed. So you're unclean. You're spiritually unclean. Following them. Now, can you go back to John 11?
Sure.
Right? John 11
Yeah.
and 45.
Yep.
So Yahushua was getting on him, rebuking him, and now they're over here like, if we leave him alone, the Romans are going. So they didn't want the kingdom.
Yeah.
So Jake is easily bought. Jake is easily content.
That's crazy, bro.
Jake is easily content here. You just got to give him a little something. Got it, brother.
This is John 11 and 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him. But some of them went on their way to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and Pharisees a council and said, what do we, for this man doeth many miracles? If we let him thus alone, all the men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Keep going.
That's crazy.
Right.
So instead of you being excited, this man can heal your people. He can heal you.
Prophecy is
Right.
being fulfilled.
Right.
You're,
Ultimately.
You're upset that prophecy is taking place.
Right.
They don't want their stuff to get taken. Their benefits are taken away.
That says a lot.
That's why he said, I'm from above, you're from beneath.
Right.
Too many of our people are here and now. They're Americanized, they're Hellenized, they're Gentiles.
That's like on the plantation. Jake used to be like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Master, he gonna take it. We got it good here.
Yep.
We got it good.
Oh, what Jeremiah, homeborn slave?
Yep, got you.
Keep going, brother.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
So that shows right there, 2 and 14. That shows right there that any minute Esau can cut a nigga off. At any minute he can cut any funds that Jake is receiving right now. What? You really want that? Keep going.
49. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest, that same year said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that is expedient for us.
That's a good thing he said that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing that Caiaphas said that. Keep going.
See, he prophesied without knowing.
Yep.
That is expedient for us that one man should die for the people and that the whole nation perish not.
That's a day. You can use Caiaphas now to prove that Christianity that you know in America is false.
Yep.
Right there.
Exactly.
Because you got to ask, was he right? Was he right? When he made this statement, was it correct? Yeah. Okay. So they knew, according to the atmosphere of what was going on, that salvation was only for the Israelites.
Right. It's a cut right there.
It's a cut.
Oh, that was it, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. And then now what you got?
You want Jeremiah 2 and 14.
Yep.
Is Israel a servant?
Yes.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Yes.
Why is he spoiled?
Yep.
Right.
That's us.
Right.
That's us.
Yeah.
Working for Esau, wanting to please Esau. I know that spirit. I had it because I was always the one that said, but like I was the one that be the only Jake on the construction site. Coming from like the 2000s in upstate New York, a lot of Jakes weren't getting hired in construction, getting hired as electrician, running gas. I was doing all that shit just before the truth. But even in the midst of it, I was always the only Jake on the scene. So it'd be Edomites. We'd be in like building big shit. But I was always the only Jake there. So you be amongst them and you hear talk, you hear how they think. And I've had even Edomites tell me, oh, it's just the darker ones I don't like. So they'll even look at me and think it's okay to down talk my own people because of my complexion. That's pseudoscience.
Yep.
That's pseudoscience right there. And when Jake's fall into that spirit of yellow bone, red bone, you're a fucking victim of pseudoscience.
Seriously, bro.
You're a victim of it. You are celebrating the fact that you a dark skinned you got a market cane on you, but with a tan. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be so-called dark skinned.
For real, bro.
You know? I mean, we're different shades of brown, but I'm using this as a point centered around Proverbs 3:31, envy not the oppressor. So you're envying lighter skin because of Edom. You know?
Crazy.
You're envying remember, they gotta squish the nose. They squish the nose and make it thinner. You see Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Yep. Nah, he said that. He had a
His mother
fixed. Yeah.
He would squeeze it.
Yeah.
I used to listen to this when I first came in the bug out. He's Muslim, but Leo Muhammad, I used to watch his debates.
Yeah.
So he was like Loaded Lux.
Yeah. He could speak.
Yeah, he was a good speaker. He's very eloquent.
Yeah.
And this when I was first waking up, and he was telling the Edomite how he remember his mother would squish his nose to make it thin.
I remember that.
To be like Edomites.
Yep.
See? That's pseudoscience. Trying to look and portray as Esau. That's pseudoscience, man. And that's an evil eye towards your brother. You know? Light skin, dark skin.
Right.
Yeah.
I want my color back.
Yeah.
Right.
And that alone proves that Esau got the world. That proves right now. This
Covering cast.
There you go, the covering cast. You know, like that movie. What movie's that was? It's called Watermelon Man. When with the Edomite, he turned to a Jake.
Yep.
You know,
He had a nigga night.
yeah,
He had a nigga night.
with the comedian Godfrey. You know,
Watermelon.
not that Godfrey like the one we see now, but back in the day, Godfrey. You know.
Oh, I know you talk with the raspy voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him, that Godfrey. We just done that, bro. And was that John?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Back in 2 Peter, I got Hosea 4:1 still.
Perfect.
But back in 2 Peter 2 and verse 1, and it says, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies.
So all this is going on, and then a nigga will secretly bring in a false doctrine.
Yeah.
All the enemy, all this shit we're dealing with, and then you got to, outside of prophecy being fulfilled, I couldn't see why niggas want to get zapped with lightning right on the spot.
Crazy.
Soon as the nigga go like this, zap.
Yeah.
Soon as his ass tries to bring some falsehood in, zap his ass.
Yeah, bro.
You know? You got IUIC pushing hell. We in hell.
He's still pushing that shit.
Yep.
Hell is
Because of the grave.
Right.
They push hell because of the grave.
Wow.
Bro.
Hell is an issue.
Wow.
And it's also the
The
grave.
word hell
Like,
is
you
grave.
Because you have to explain that correctly for translation's sake when someone tries to bring that doctrine in.
Wow.
To let them know. But yes, it also is a condition, hence why we would use Jonah. He was in the belly of hell for 3 days.
Mhm.
You know?
Wow. Back in 2 Peter 2 and 1, and it reads, even denying the Lord that bought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction.
So now they're denying the name Hassad and Hakah, right?
Yeah.
So because they're denying it, that means you should be expecting swift judgment to follow suit.
Ooh. And like you always say, like that brother's vision he had of Assad running up to him,
Yeah.
you know, getting chased by some gang members,
He said, if you men of the Lord, help.
you know. But ultimately, that means that judgment is coming upon you, unless you repent, right? You better, because Yahushua is about to return.
Right.
2 Peter 2 and verse 2, it
I
says,
saw this. I had a quarter in my pocket. They got a Gadite woman, and that's all it takes to put a nigga to sleep. They put Sacagawea on the quarter. That's all it takes for a nigga. Too many Jakes want to integrate.
yeah.
This one bugged out tall ass couldn't make it to the NBA. This nigga Rashad Singleton. This thing, he don't know what he wants to do. He's got 2 pages, one for reparations and another called True Hebrew United. So he'll post Hebrew stuff, but in another page, he's posting political angles for Esau to cut the check. Nigga, make your mind up.
Right.
Either you want to suffer the low condition that we got to deal with, or you trying to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all you got is thick ass black women with their chest out. Cut the check. Nigga, prophecy is what's gonna cut all that.
He's a people pleaser.
Exactly. And
Right.
that's
Respecter of men.
and that what they say in Galatians. If I'm here to please men, then I can't please Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Right.
In 2026, you as a so-called black person, knock out there, and you're still thinking that reparations is what's gonna fix you, you're lost.
True.
You're completely lost, man. Dave Chappelle showed what niggas would do with money back in the early 2000s. I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He bought a baby and a carton of Newports.
Mm-hmm.
All they're gonna do is take the money and filter it back into Esau.
Yep.
And all the rich men of Edom are gonna invest in more stock, and they're gonna fucking quadruple their money because they're just gonna give niggas Federal Reserve notes to call someone on the phone while they take pictures for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Damn, bro. Back in 2 Peter 2:2.
This nigga Adrian Broner was ripping up 20s and flushing them down the toilet when he was at the height of his career.
Mm.
The boxer
Yeah.
is now fucking gray
Yeah.
with a fucking 18 pack for his stomach,
Yeah.
walking around
Mm.
with little ass niggas being denied by fucking Temple Horse.
Yeah.
That's the legacy that he got.
He's traumatized, bro.
Yeah, he's through.
Yeah, he's done.
He's an example of great men falling away because of wine and women.
See?
Esau wants to destroy you. Esau believes you're an Israelite.
Bro.
Esau knows who you are. And some niggas tapping a mic right now, getting ready to do an interview with this nigga vocab or Sadnetta with a tight ass bow tie on.
Crazy.
You know?
What Shorty say in that movie? Well, now do you believe?
Yeah.
Exactly. Bro,
Now do you
exactly. Exactly. That's why he'll send agents of chaos. He'll send little minions because he wants to make you not believe you're an Israelite. He wants you to not believe who you are. That should show you he knows who you are. He ain't attacking niggas wearing Navy suits with bean pies. He's attacking you with a Navy garment and a border of blue.
Why would he attack the lowest man on the totem pole? We the lowest man. We the Israelite man is the lowest man in this kingdom,
Right.
in this world, in Esau's world.
Yep.
Why would you attack the lowest man?
He's let niggas with ties on with the hair split. They get a pass. Some old ass newsletter. Like, nigga, I got a phone.
That let
You know,
Yeah.
they got their own newspaper. They be having jakes out here.
Mm.
I don't even know if anymore.
Yeah.
still do?
Here on Main Street.
Yeah,
About the
Muslims.
yeah.
I don't know, but I ain't seen him in a minute, but over there in that street, bro.
He had a thing here touch me.
Yeah.
Let's get your hands off. He tried to come up in the car. Let's get your ass out of here.
Bro.
We don't want. I'll take a bean pie because they are healthy. I will
They're
admit.
good though.
No, they are a good source of protein.
Yeah.
No, because they use Navy bean. Yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
That's the best beat.
They're good.
Yeah.
But the Wadi Abbas from outside, the Lord put a spirit on us to be grounded,
Right.
to where we can laugh at falsehood that actually has destroyed a lot of our people.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, bro. And that's why Yahweh Shai is so important. You know, without Yahweh Shai, bro, like we always say, we would not be here
Done.
preaching. Come on.
Be done.
Back in 2 Peter 2:2, and many shall follow their pernicious ways.
Pernicious.
The water. And many shall follow their pernicious ways.
Yep.
I wonder what that word means. By reason of whom,
Call it out.
2 Peter 2 and verse 2.
Okay.
And many, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
So the word pernicious in the Greek, it means destroying,
Oh, damn.
perishing. Oh, look, ruin and of money.
Wow.
So they'll follow their pernicious ways into destruction.
Wow.
That's why men walk over it and don't realize they're a grave.
Wow, bro.
That's a grave site of destruction.
It said money.
Yeah.
And what the scripture says, for the love of money
Yep.
is the root of all evil.
Yep.
The love.
The love, because money is not evil. But it's
Money of defense.
right, exactly. But it's the way that most people, go about it.
It's
You
the
know?
lifestyle.
Mhm.
The lifestyle that comes
Mhm.
along with it.
Check this out. It says many will. I'm in the NASB. Many, 2 Peter 2:2. Many will follow their indecent behavior.
Oof.
So they have very indecent behavior, and the Holy Spirit is constantly rebuking their actions so the sheep don't get led astray.
Mhm.
That's what the Lord is doing. He's helping us so we don't get caught up in that. That's why Yahweh Shai said, the sheep hear my voice. You sisters want to know why you ain't sitting on the sideline in a beach chair? Because you heard Yahweh Shai.
Like Cleon and their presidents.
See? You want to know why you ain't wearing a fucking black bomber jacket with black shades on inside? Because you hear Yahweh Shai's voice.
Right.
That's what's a blessing. That's a blessing. You know? You got something, brother?
Yeah. This is 1 Timothy 6 from verse 7 to verse 10. And it reads
Water.
for
Water, brother.
Hmm?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
The water for the precepts, man. Truly appreciate it.
water.
Because it helps all of us.
Yep.
And the brothers and sisters tuning in, because they'll also know what's being said is back biblically.
Right.
All right? You
Got
got
brother post. I'm about to call out right now.
Oh, perfect.
This is
One body.
Yep, that's the spirit. I'm gonna start at 7 though. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 7. For we brought nothing into this world,
But crying, pain, and tears.
right?
Right?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crying our ass off. I was told I was a colicky baby, which means you just cry over anything.
Damn.
I cried over everything. Spilt milk, the sunshine.
Yeah.
I was a pissed baby.
Because your spirit is like
Right.
in captivity.
Yep.
You just came out the spirit world.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Put me back.
yeah.
What Nicodemus said, I can go back. Spirit back.
Yeah. And a lot of that, even when like a baby's born, especially out of a black woman, they in danger. But even when they're born, like inside the hospital, in the hospital room, out like a lot of stuff that they do, they're not supposed to do to that baby.
Yeah, like giving them vitamin K.
Yeah, vitamin K. You're not supposed to I heard you're not supposed to wipe them off because a lot of stuff on their bodies it helps them like with the vitamin.
Or cutting the umbilical cord.
You're not supposed to cut the
Until it goes white.
because there's still nutrients.
Yeah.
The baby's still getting vital nutrients from the
mother,
the placenta,
which is ours.
which comes from the man.
That's my placenta.
Yeah.
That's inside of you.
We make that placenta.
Yep.
And also they say when Esau is when that baby's is coming out the mother, they're supposed to
body contact.
Yeah, the water. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But did you guess what I heard?
What?
The baby's supposed to touch the man.
Exactly, the father.
They said it's 75% of something increases with a child that is held first by the father that will follow that baby for the rest of his life.
Yep.
So us being raised without our father, we were fucked up.
Bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care you fucking 12, 22, 32, 42. Israelite men learn to grow up as men, but now it's the Lord that's showing us what it is to be a man.
Man, that's
It's a difference, bro. It's a big difference. There's a lot of Israelite men that have not been turned into a man yet. Okay? But then you'll have the world pointing, prodding, proclaiming, disagreeing, disregarding. Like, nigga, we didn't get built to be a man, bitch.
Bro.
That's why we cleave to Yahweh by Shem now.
Because that's what's building us up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even it's carnal, but like when Sue Surfy battled Hitman Holler, he was using the angle like you were raised with your father. He taught you how to step back. But that's why the scriptures say that you'll have an earthly father that will chastise you for his own glory.
Yeah.
But the ultimate father is what's going to chastise us for that glory.
That's right.
But even within an earthly father, there are characteristics that help mold you even in this body in the time we're in now.
Right.
Having a father figure helps men control their emotions.
Yeah.
A lot of things. So to
Right.
not have that, but then be given a big man body, that's why Esau be fucking dogpiling us now.
Yeah.
Even Eve, she's got the adolescence of 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old girl with a big ass body.
Yep.
And this world takes that little girl and does crazy shit to her big ass body. And then what do you think they do to our men? That's why we have to carry ourselves as men. You have to carry yourself as a man, because if not, they will fucking dogpile you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Any way they can.
Yep.
You truly have to have Yahweh Shem Shai dealing with you for you to control your emotions, rule your spirit, conduct yourself, have some intellect, because this dumbass world is waiting for an opportunity for a fool to get over on you.
Oh yeah. We're a prey out here.
We're a prey out here, bro.
What's that scripture says that our people are eaten up as bread?
Yep.
By the nations.
Yep.
So
They'll look at you. Oh, this nigga wear glasses. He talks good.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah.
And then they don't realize, oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Because they carnally look at us like we're a quick victim.
Yeah.
A quick lick.
Right.
You brothers gotta conduct yourselves as men, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, not just meaning carnally. You gotta conduct yourself as a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Knowing how to operate your functions.
Yeah.
You know,
Speech.
yo.
Yeah.
Yo. That's what they want. They want good. That nigga's retarded. Let's hurt him some more.
Yeah. Like at my job, they said to me, they said that basically they said I'm not the average so-called black guy because I don't walk up, I don't, uphold those stereotypes. And they said, man, you're like this is what they said, like the whitest black guy that I know. But in my mind, I said, well, good, nigga. I'm glad you see me like that because I'm not a fucking stereotype.
Well, Esau's dumb.
Yeah,
They do that
exactly.
when you don't articulate yourself
Yeah.
as a nigga.
Exactly.
That's what they say. Because they said the same thing.
That's twin.
They said the same thing to me.
Yeah.
They said, I'm revoking your black card.
Good.
Good.
That's right, exactly.
I said,
I would have said good,
Good.
nigger.
Because them saying that to me, I'm not fazed by that shit. I'm glad you said that because now, for one, you expose yourself.
right.
And now for two, it's like, man, call all y'all about smile shy.
Right.
That I'm not a nigga.
And then for
Exactly.
3, now I have a physical description when I call my white friends the cops.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
black male.
Yeah.
There is a black
Yeah.
male officer.
We not.
Who am I?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just an American citizen.
Yep.
Right.
And that nigger stole my black card.
Yep. We're gonna do what Paul did. It's snitch on
Yep.
you niggas to Esau.
Yep.
Right.
Ezekiel 37, brother, hold that. Keep going.
Oh yeah, yep. Back in 1 Timothy 6 and 8, it says, in having food and raiment, let us be there with content.
But a nigga be like, look at, shut up, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You have Federal Reserve notes, you identify as a color, and you like women that are identified as a language. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on, bro. Okay? But that's going back to the bubble of Babylon.
Mhm.
You have to step back sometimes from this place, because if not, you'll get isolated in it. And now you're over here arguing whose chain looks better, but we both on the fucking slave ship. No, man.
Crazy.
No. Black culture is not allowed over here because black culture is a Edomite tactic to kill us.
Yeah.
Okay?
Amalek.
Yep.
Amalek gave that to us.
Yep.
He said, I could show you how to kill a nation with music. And the other Edomite said, bet.
Yeah.
E.T.
Real. Oh wow. Right.
Well, I made that up, but you know,
But I
E.T.
like that though.
You know?
Like the wordplay.
Bet.
It was spirit.
Bet, I got you.
Even the movie you said earlier, they cloned Tyrone.
Yep.
If you watch the movie, the nigga said it was a scene in the club. He said now let's put on this mind control music, and he put on that rap song.
Yep.
So bro, Esau was showing you blatantly in your face that bro, we're under attack on all sides.
Yep.
Spiritual warfare, psychological, chemical, biological warfare. That's why we gotta be delivered. That's why Matthew 24, Yahweh said, and we said, no flesh shall be saved.
Yep.
That's why we gotta be delivered, bro.
Yep. Because you got fucking white Jesus, Elon Musk, saying he's about to perform biblical miracles.
Bro.
Right? That's your white Jesus.
Yeah.
Who you think white Jesus is? Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga coming to do the work of Satan, bro.
Which he's just a face,
Yeah.
but he's the face that's being used to be shown that workings of Satan.
Yeah, man.
And no one's upset, you know?
Oh, and in that particular video, yeah, people commenting that video saying, I'm ready for my, my C-hip.
Good.
I'm ready to have superhuman-like powers.
Mhm.
So people are already got their mind set on, joining hand in hand
Yeah.
and bow down to Esau. Because in this society called the digital era, Esau has taken the Most High out of the equation and put himself up as the Most High, like the scriptures say.
Mhm.
Now people are relying on man more than Yahweh Bashar Shai.
Yep.
But that's why this place has to be destroyed.
Yep.
Idol worship.
Yeah, idol work. There you go. But real quick, back in 1 Timothy 6 and 9, but they that will be
This is what I put. Why is technology replacing God?
perfect.
See?
That's it. Yep.
Why is technology replacing God? And that's a
Right.
question that I want to ask for a Christian.
Right.
Because it's like the Lord will give us different inspirations. I want to do a lesson on the mark of the beast, but in a from the angle of like, where's the church?
Right.
What does the church tell me to do about this?
Mhm.
What is What does the church fathers got to say? Vocab Malone, I believe that you're true. You defend so well, and you're an apologist. What do I do with this, bitch? Right? I'm telling you,
No,
that's what
seriously.
needs to be. That's what needs to happen. Basically, these people need to get called out on their shit.
Yeah.
You know?
It's time for Christians to have the burden of proof put on them.
Exactly.
Because they got all the answers, right?
You need to be sat down like Brett was in Pulp Fiction.
Right.
And
The Lord got something special for him.
Oh, yeah.
Something special reserved for him.
he's just a low-level gnat.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking gnat that gets to fly by the camera while we're recording.
Yep. Back in First Timothy 6 and 9, and it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
That's why you got to be careful with all that money.
Oh, yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, you come into some money, it should be handled accordingly. You know, of course, we are subject to payments, but then you give a tenth, elders, you know, what we got going on. It ain't to have, to hold, to brag and be bold.
Yeah.
You know, like, and the law says if a brother's in decay, by law, you got to help them.
Yeah.
So for IUIC to call us bum camps, that was in violation of the law.
Yep.
So, okay, so you're acknowledging we're bums. We've been resorted to nothing. So why don't you set up a collection to help us?
Exactly.
Send us some purple garments, my nigga.
Not for real. If it's that serious.
Exactly.
That's a chemical.
Yeah.
Yep, right.
Because the scriptures say you got to give 10% of that to the Lord first.
Right.
You know? It's crazy, man. There's a lot of hypocrites in Israel.
And a lot of people that are complacent listening to hypocrisy. Okay? That's why even in the time of Korah, they were, when Moses, Korah raised up trying to proclaim himself to be the new guy.
Yep.
The Lord warned Jake and said, flee the tents of these wicked men, because something about to happen. So you don't flee, you're going to be judged with them.
And what happened?
The Lord opened the earth up on their ass, and their whole fucking camp got swallowed up.
Bro, that's scary, bro. That's scary. And it says, 1 Timothy 6 and 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right, loving to be rich. Like, there's another word in there, but it basically goes into the love of having that money.
Damn.
The desire of having it. But it also says money drives away sleep.
Yeah.
You know? So we have exactly what we need to keep us in a position of faith that's been given. Because it says, what does a man hope for if he can already see it?
Right.
So there's times we've had to go through, bro, if we don't get paid on this day, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which this whole economy is living check to check anyways.
Debt slave.
This whole economy is debt slave already. You know what they call it? When you rent an apartment, you sign a what? A lease. When you rent a fucking vehicle, what is it called? Leasing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But all these people are driving around like the damn Kendrick Lamar DNA scene. Nigga, that's a lease vehicle.
Yeah.
Then it gets repossessed, and then now some young fucking Edomite who's joining the workforce now because they got good credit, they can now lease that car.
Yep.
It's just a cycle.
Yep.
You know, the apartment you rent, you know, the furniture you sit on, the woman you kiss.
Yep.
Fuck, even the food is damn near chewed already.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
There were
It's deprived of nutrients.
Shit.
speaking of that, it was a video of Moab.
Can I say this real quick? That's why the only thing these people got now is pride.
Yeah.
At this point, you just gotta have pride. Well, it's mine now, nigga. She mine now, nigga.
Right.
Like, ugh.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like you
Yeah.
you taking ownership of that? Well, you please.
Somebody said that because of that pride, that many miseries are gonna come upon these people.
Thank you.
You know, and but like you going back to your point, there was a video I was watching. Of course, you know, we don't smoke. You know, that's not part of our culture. But nowadays, people they're vaping and smoking and shit like more than I've seen growing up. It's crazy. But before those vapes are sent out, Moab tests those vapes and he smokes them himself.
Oh yeah, I
He
seen.
puts his mouth in them.
I seen.
So these people in Babylon, you're putting your lips on what fucking heathen put his lips on.
You sucking fish lips.
So everything you got in Babylon, first off, it's not even from Babylon. And then you using shit that Moab already touched. So everybody's prideful here, especially off that wine, you know, because that wine bring pride. And then secondly, because they're a so-called American. Like, bro, everybody they're so delusional, not knowing that judgment is around the corner. You know?
You could actually get 1 John 2,
Oh yeah, perfect.
because that goes all into this. So,
I'm gonna finish this first.
okay.
Back in 1 Timothy 6:10, and it says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
Yeah, so you're coveting after this money, and what it does to you is it replaces your anticipation of the Lord intervening for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how you'll see a Jake when he gets pulled over. His defense is what? It's I got money.
Yeah.
I got money. We'll handle it in court. So there's a spirit that'll get on you because you can financially represent yourself.
Yeah.
But we're entering a time where you're gonna need spiritual representation,
Yeah.
spiritual protection. You know, I know money is a defense, and we use it to maneuver. But if you're looking at money as a means to deliver you, well, you're fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna collapse the dollar. Going back with the Jake claiming reparations, they're gonna give you niggas a digital reparation, and now you gotta take the mark of the beast to get paid for the wrongs that he's committed.
Yeah.
And you said something about a Mobite?
Oh well, about the vapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember that Jake that came to our camp a couple years ago? He said financial freedom.
Yeah.
And then we talking about the MOTB, and he didn't even care about it.
Nope.
You know?
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that it don't matter what you do. Like, bro, privacy is gonna trump everything what everybody's saying. You know, because it says that money can't save you in that day.
Oh, Proverbs 11, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Riches profit not in the day. So while a nigga's sitting there soling up hundreds of dollars in a fucking wok in a 1-bedroom birdhouse that you call an apartment, that nasty nigga's gonna be cleaned out quick, man. You're gonna see the Lord is about to make easy work of Jake.
Yeah, bro.
The Lord is you're gonna really be like, damn, is Esau really superior? Pseudoscience was true? No, that's called Jacob's trouble.
And it says, and pierce themselves through with many sorrows.
Boom, many debt. Yep. You're in debt, collections, all these people calling requirements, subscriptions, contracts.
Yeah.
That's how Esau be getting y'all, man. You know?
Yep. You said 1 John 2 and
15.
Got you.
I hope the audio's good.
Oh yeah.
It's a little windy.
You mind checking the audio pop the shop?
I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna put this on.
Okay.
You know how Jake's back in the 90s went to college?
Yeah.
With that little side hat.
Yeah, oh yeah, the kufi?
No, the niggas always had like the skater's side hat. And he was always playing hacky sack and stuff.
Oh, that hat. Yeah.
That's what we had to put on the phone.
Beanie.
Yeah.
Remember the beanie with the brim?
Yeah, with the brim. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This, 1 John 2 and 15, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
This world is what do you really, what would you love in this temporal world? Why would you love the prison you're in? That's like saying, love not this prison.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to prison. Do not love this prison. I know you have to accept it. I know you have to endure it, but do not fall in love with it.
Right.
That's Stockholm syndrome. A lot of our people are under a spell of Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
You have to start looking at people for what they're showing outwardly to assess what's going on inwardly.
Yeah.
When I see a mean black woman with children dancing and gyrating with blonde hair, now I understand her mentally.
Right.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
You all right? There's something that happened to you that caused you to now operate like this.
Yeah.
So we can assess someone hurt you when you were younger. This is how you're handling it.
Yeah. And it reads,
Jake men not having their father. So now they turn to rage. It says as wild bulls in a net. Okay, you got a lot of Jake men that, like I watched a video, you would look at him and say, damn, man, it's Jake, he's all rough. And he looked like that because only his father used to cut his hair. So when his father died, he stopped getting his hair cut. So society looks at him as a menace to it, not knowing that's him mourning because he lost his father.
Yep.
So he's just, and because we look how we look, someone's, oh my God, I'm intimidated. And he's still broken inside.
Right.
Same thing like who we said earlier, Adrian Broner. The reason he's like that, drinking and shit, fucking belly look crazy. He fell off the map with boxing because his boxing coach he passed away. And he said, Coach so-and-so, he said, man, I could probably never get in the ring again. You know, but people look at him like, you know, a guy that he just threw. But that's why we need Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Shai, ultimately, he's our father figure. Right. You know, and Yahweh Shai, set up pastors according to his heart, which are the apostles and elders. They're our spiritual fathers here on earth.
That's why we give double honors to them.
Right.
Because we're giving double honors to men that we can see the Lord is speaking through, because not only for truth's sake, not only for doctrine, but even for spiritual exhortation that is helping us in our walk. And a good point to add to you is when Customato died, Mike Tyson lost it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You got certain Israelite men where you'll need a form of a father figure.
Yeah.
Or you kind of get a little loose, you know?
Yeah.
I know, trust me. You know, you gotta be careful. Because this is what this plate, it wants you to crash out.
Yeah.
You got that, brother?
Just like
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Just like with my I got a cousin of mine, my little cousin, his father passed a few years back. And after he passed, he was going to jail, going to fucking juvie, being a fucking Kia boy. But when his father was here on earth, he was never like that.
Child left to himself.
It's willful.
And that's why Esau does that.
Yep.
He takes away the order out our life. Look at us not having our father, Yahweh Bashim El Shai, has done to us as a nation. So now revert that down to an individual level of what happens to an Israelite that doesn't even have their physical father, let alone a spiritual one.
Made us rebellious.
It makes you forgotten.
Yep.
You feel lack of purpose.
Yeah.
You feel parts of rage.
Yep.
You're frustrated. You feel you have no power.
Yep.
You're seeing men take a woman.
Right.
Esau's fucking macing and beating your sons. Your daughter gets to fucking go online and twerk her new body that she's developing from the fucking hormones he's pumping in the chicken.
Yep.
And you just fucking supposed to sit here and be happy to clock in every fucking day. You know? And pay child support.
Yep.
Hey, let me take my Air Force One off and bend the knee. You know what I'm saying? And do it all over again.
Damn.
It's complete hell here, bro.
Back in 1 John 2:15, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Right? Because this world is completely out of whack. It's wicked. So you loving the wicked world, then that means you love wickedness by default, right? And you loving the wicked world, that means you don't love Yahweh Bashim Shai.
That means you don't love the will of the Lord happening.
Right.
Because it says, Yahweh Shai said, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Right.
So you loving this world means you don't love the will of the Lord being fulfilled.
Right. Seriously. And it says, verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes.
And that's why people resort to Babylon.
Yeah.
Because when you look at other places, yeah, they may be jacked up, but they live a more simple life.
Yeah.
And then within that simple life comes the natural rudiments of existence.
Yeah.
You know, cooking, food, shelter. You know, that's why you'll hear like tribal songs. Like, what's that one this one Jake, he said, Lord, thank you for sunshine. Lord, thank you for rain. Thank you for happiness. Thank you for pain.
Yep.
What a beautiful day. But here in America, I'm mad that you didn't get the Bugatti in red. What?
Bro.
You have no more chicken. How can I feed my kids? Look at the difference when it comes to Americans and what they fucking bitch, cry, and complain about.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why this shit needs to go offline, man.
Yeah, bro.
Because this you've been in America way too long, and the titties and cleavage and leggings that America puts on turn all you niggas out, man.
Yeah.
And you women. You women are the most turned out from every fucking body. When the hell was everybody wearing those stupid fucking caterpillar eyelashes until whenever the social media started showing them? Before them, it was just some French bitch on her knees so she could protect her face from a John.
Yeah. They call them not the
umbrellas.
The water. There you go.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It's lewd. It's disgusting. It's not attractive. America sucks.
Yeah, bro.
Okay? The culture of America sucks.
Straight up. That's why when that convenience is taken away from these people, everybody's gonna go back to their natural order.
And these women are gonna be hairy monsters.
Yeah, bro.
Hairy, hungry, humbled monsters.
Yeah, man.
She got one eye on and one eye off.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Real, bro. People about to get a very healthy
dose
slice of humble pie.
Yes. And it's bland.
Yeah.
You had something?
No, I was gonna say that, from hanging out with, Jakes from other countries, they'll tell you that They don't have choices. When you go in the supermarket, when you go in the store, it's only one brand.
Right.
When you want something, there's only one thing up on the shelf.
Yeah.
Or they don't have a selection of different things.
Yeah.
It's not like 50 different brands of milk or whatever. It's just one or two,
Yep.
That's it. And then when something breaks down, they don't throw that shit out, they repurpose it.
Yep. That's why they got all those old Toyotas and shit. But then you got that here, but then it comes with chemicals. It comes with spirits. It comes with disease. So it's like he'll allure the world to get here, but it's like a big cafe. It's just a big vending machine. So it's like I see why people want to come here, but I see also why you get you become unhealthy. You know what I mean? It's one thing to provide, but it's another to oversaturate.
Yeah.
That's what Babylon is.
That proves Babylon.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That alone proves it's Babylon. And hey, listen, if you want to go to a store and see why Babylon's Babylon, go to fucking Walmart. Like everything is brought from like everywhere to fucking Walmart. But that's Babylon. It says that he heaped unto themselves every nation. Like it's the melting pot, but soon it's gonna be burnt. Which is spiritual. That they call it melting pot. But this is the great city. Everybody wants to come here. You got Moabite and Elamite tourists. They want to go downtown and look at the fucking statues. Bro, it's Babylon.
But the same shit that they're escaping from, they see so-called black and brown people dealing with it.
Yep.
And then another thing, first of all, fuck all you other nations.
Straight up.
Let me add that in.
Straight up.
Fuck all you other nations. And secondly, just because we make fucking struggle look good, bitch, don't mean we still ain't going through it.
There's
Right.
Can you get Jeremiah 15:5? I know we keep calling for precepts. Can you please read that? I'm gonna, to the best of my ability, be quiet. Because that shit pisses me off. Like, nations will talk about their struggle, escaping North Korea. But bitch, you here and you've now become a fucking gook goddess, though.
Yeah.
It's not like you now gotta still you ain't come up with struggle rap.
Yeah.
Ling ling. You got it, brother?
Yep.
Read that, please.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Boom, because they're in the spirit of lamentations. They hiss, they gnash. But it's like, first of all, bitch, you came from communism. And then because you ain't going through a nigga night, because you ain't getting pulled over, because you don't experience what it's like to deal with the judicial system through the classification of African American. Now you look at this place as God's gift to earth because you ain't dealt with you ain't dealing with the dragon aspect of it. You get the lamb side of it. That's why it's fucking Chinese for Trump, or Africans for Kamala.
Yeah.
Because y'all get a piece of the pie that Babylon provides through bank loans, debt slave, through bank loans, debt slave, business loans, debt slaves, house loans, debt slave. So these heathens will come over here and have the gall to talk shit about us. But you in debt to these niggas too.
Exactly.
And
you are, and like it says in Rev 18, they already slipped that, they laid down with you.
And he bombed you.
Yeah.
Japanese, come on, nigga, he bombed you.
Exactly.
Okay? So relax. Africans, all right, you weird niggas.
Yeah.
Y'all some weird, you can stay in Africa, actually.
Bro.
But you come over here, you try to emulate Jake. So it's like they love us and hate us. But we can see it though. That's the difference. We can see what's going on. But what I've come to the conclusion is it further proves us as a chosen because someone could say, well, Leopold, he did this, and Ming, he did that. But look, you niggas ain't come out with a Tupac album about it.
Exactly.
Like you ain't come out with a dope struggle story.
Exactly.
So Jackson.
So because we can turn shit into gold, now your mercy towards us is alleviated because we don't look through now. Because we can make fucking shit look good.
No, exactly. That's why Rev 18. That's why when Babylon's finally burned and done away with, they're gonna be crying.
Yep.
Because not because we're freed, it's because they lost money.
They lost their debt.
And that goes to show that they don't care about us being in captivity.
Nah.
They don't care about us being, like you said earlier, bro, at the bottom of the totem pole. They care about, their fucking money and their wealth.
Jeremiah 12:9. And then they'll look at you funny while you in their corner store. Shut the fuck up, you honky lover.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. These nations spiritually is gonna get their feet ain't gonna touch the ground when that judgment comes.
They gonna get it too.
Yep. They gonna fucking get it, man. Yeah. All you brown niggas.
Yeah.
You got, and then you'll have a Muslim own a liquor store and look at you like you, nigga, you selling liquor.
Crazy.
You sell pork. You sell out. I know a lot of Elamites would shave beards and listen to Dave Matthews Band. Shut the fuck up, Gentile.
Yep.
Shut up, sell out. Matter of fact, I hope they deport you niggas so your own country can cast you out.
You're right.
That's what they come over here to sell out.
Exactly. But and then, brother, then they act proud because they did sell out. So you looking at us because we ain't sell out.
Right.
Crazy.
They're like, oh,
You ain't sell out, nigga?
yeah.
That do-rag gonna be $13.90.
Yeah.
You want the Lucy?
They sell out with the quickness.
Yeah. But then he'll sell you scales, baggies, do-rags, shicey masks, fucking bongs.
But they can't go back to their country because if they go back over there, their people will kill them.
Yes.
Yep. See, and that's why this is the greatest underdog story ever. Because the heathen imagine a vain thing. They think they about to, keep being in power and be the next superpower. But nah, we got next.
Who got next?
Who got next?
Who's got Darren?
I got it.
Oh, he got it.
Read that, please.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
Which a speckled bird is also an unwanted bird. A bird, what do they say, the feathers, how a bird looks. So us not looking pure, us having different, we come in all colors now.
Right.
Keep going.
The wild olive.
The wild olive, and guess what made us wild? You heathens.
Yeah.
You heathens, us joining your wild ass fraternities turned us out. See, that's my point. Like, they'll talk all this shit about us, but nigga, you created it.
Yep.
You called us cowboys as a byword, and then you took it on as a means of like a compliment.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all know that, right?
Yeah,
The cowboy, that's what they call Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they took that on.
Yep.
They could go around shooting, fugitive, most wanted, and that was glorified.
Yeah.
Mike TV, remember fucking
Willy Wonka.
Willy
And
Wonka.
then there's something masculine, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then now when Jake is that way, it's lock your doors,
Right.
put a chain around that white bitch pussy.
Yep.
But they're showing subconsciously that we're superior.
You got Moab, nigga triads, gangs,
Yep.
Elam, all this shit you heathens be doing. Throwing shit at each other,
Yeah.
rolling in it.
Yeah.
Hams cutting, some Hamites cut the clitorises off of their woman.
Yeah, bro. Not ham, but Elon be cutting himself with the thing.
The
They
machetes.
stab themselves, bro.
They be putting those gold rings on the bitches.
Yeah.
Moab was creaking those
Stretching
bitches.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they crank their feet up.
Mm-hmm.
You eat fucking rats and
Turtles.
and yeah, like this one video, this Moabite was trying to get on a Jake, said, who had invented fried chicken? And the Jake, you could tell he didn't know much.
Yeah.
He said, nigga, I don't know. He said, who eats cats? He said, I got a poodle in my backyard. You want that? But the point is, when a heathen has no problem pointing your flaws out,
Yeah.
but the minute you get on their ass, it's all quiet. Let me call the cops. See how they are?
They can't handle it.
No. Watch, keep going, bro.
Verse 9, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her.
The birds round about. So when your ass wants to fucking tinkle into the Moabite salon, they're talking about you and your big ass. They're talking about your fucking weave. Okay? When Jake is out here, they talk about you in the restaurants.
Yep.
They assume because you got money, you sell drugs.
Yep.
Okay, they look at your children, they can put their hands on them.
Yep.
Why? The black woman aborts 18, 19 to 20 million.
Yep.
So what does it matter if a white cop shoots him down in the street? It's okay for the black woman to stab us, cut us, sell our children, hit us with fucking grits. But the minute a white cop puts his knee on a nigga neck, now my fucking life matters.
Yep. It's crazy, bro.
God damn, bro. This shit is hell. This shit is truly hell, man.
Bro.
That's why I said gather yourselves together. This is a gathering. It ain't just because you're black and I'm black and you're brown and I'm brown. And we both like all eyes on me. We can click. No, man.
Mobb Deep had a song called Hell on Earth.
Boom. We're coming together because the Lord is bringing us together.
Yeah.
That's what's merging the breaches thereof.
That's right.
The house of David.
Mm-hmm.
Because outside of that, a nigga gonna be like the one dude in Queen and Slim. He went to help him and he drove his ass. He drove Jake to the murderer. Remember?
He snitched on him.
He snitched on him. Fucking Slim Thug
So they got caught.
for a couple dollars.
Mhm.
You know?
It's always that one
So,
sellout.
yep. So miss us. And when you talk about black men, you know, but you never hear no one fucking comment and say, yo, the way y'all talk about black men, I don't like that.
Right?
We can say whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly.
Anything could be said or done to the black man, but
Yep.
the minute the fucking puny princess is talked about,
Yep.
yo, y'all gotta chill. Fucking Queen of Heaven ass niggas.
Yeah.
What do we call for? Please, Dan, yes,
Jeremiah.
yes, please.
30:16.
And then that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about her are against her.
Are against her. We're surrounded on all sides.
Seriously.
Mhm.
The white church will accept a black woman, and they might accept little black babies till they turn into black men.
Mhm.
Like the one time, remember years ago, we went to that church and they said, "What are you guys doing here?" Esau questioned us like, "What are we doing here?"
But if we was black women,
Mhm. With pies.
yeah, you got to pass.
Because you got a JJ.
Will you start a twerk team, Shanisha?
Yeah.
Shanisa, right? And then she's like, it's Shaquita. I'm telling you, the black woman is a fucking angel
Yes.
to Edomites. You bitches are angels to them. But when it comes to us, you got all this aggression.
Crazy, bro.
You got a mommy complex.
They got a daddy complex.
Yes, daddy complex.
That's why they call us daddy too. They do. Was that it on it? Jeremiah.
The birds round about her are against her.
Those are the nations.
Come ye assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Boom.
Crafty counsel right there.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And Eve brings all of our generations to them.
Yeah, bro.
She brings all of our generations right to their ass, man.
Bro.
As offerings.
I remember when I first found out McDonald's was selling, or McDonald's was giving you human meat to eat.
Still to this day.
You eat human meat.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You eat human fucking meat.
Yep.
To this day.
So I go, yo, I don't want my house eating that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, soon as it didn't work out and I'm out the house, what you think that woman did in that house with the inhabitants in that house? Fed them a fucking Happy Meals, bro.
Mm.
So out of spite, this bitch will feed your children right to the murderer.
Mm.
Out of spite.
Bro, and what year did you say that?
2014, 13.
Bro. And 12 years later, now looking,
they're admitting it.
Bro. Because remember Esau, Amalek, he said, the hamburger, human.
The sausages.
Yeah.
And the mozzabos.
Even the movie with Charles and Hester, it's called Soylent Green.
Mm-hmm.
He show you how he put humans in your food.
And then you know what she did? She used what I said to the court system, and then they made it official, and they used that as an angle against me.
Wow.
They use and as an angle against me, and now less than 10 years later, what you use against me turned out to be true. So how about that, bitch?
Wow, bro.
Now how about that? That's why I said shame. Shame shall cover her.
Yeah, man.
That's one thing I notice about women. They don't want you thinking. Unless it's for her ass.
It's crazy, bro.
Brothers, man, stand 10 spiritual toes down for the Lord, bro.
Yeah, man.
They wanna denut you.
Yeah.
They want to take you from serving your power. They want you to serve white God.
For real. Fuck that shit. Oh, fuck it. You got it.
No, that's it.
That's
it.
it.
That was it.
Jeremiah 30:16, it says, therefore,
now, because all that,
therefore, all they that devour thee,
yes.
which Jeremiah 12 just said it, shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Boom. So we're gonna own you.
And that word shall means guaranteed.
So it's okay for us to be owned. It's okay for us to be auctioned. It's okay for everything under the sun to happen to us, but it's not okay for you to find out in the scriptures what was done to you will be done to them times 2. That's not okay.
Man.
Okay, that's not okay, guys. Okay, now we're getting serious here. See?
What did Kanye West say? He said, okay, that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
George Bush doesn't like black people.
They got Kanye, though.
Yeah.
They got him, bro.
They'll get all of you.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord has to be with us for us to be able to say what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Shai has to be with us. People are dying for less.
They had to get him for him to keep what he has.
Yeah. And it reads, Jeremiah 30:16, and they that spoil thee
Take you.
shall be a spoil.
They'll be taken too, right, Liam Neeson? They'll be taken. It's okay for us to be took. It's okay for them to take our women. It's okay for them to take our children. It's okay for them to take our own rod.
Yeah.
It's okay for them to take our women. It's okay for them to take our nationality. It's okay for them to take our lives. But it's not okay for them to hear the judgment that follows for those actions.
Right, bro.
The fuck out of here, bro.
Right.
You hypocrites. This place is filled with nothing but hypocrisy, man.
Yeah. That's why these nations know who we are. You know, everybody knows who we are but us. You know, that's why in the book of Judith, it said the nations knew lest they sin, you know, but that means that, you know, we not as strong because we sin it. And the Lord's not with us. You know, sin is our kryptonite.
Yep.
That's why, you know, once the kingdom is here on earth, that's when we can fully have the new covenant in our inward parts. We're not going to sin because we're going to be perfect, we're righteous, you know, because sin brings death. And then, come on, we're never going to die. So these nations know who we are, and they scared of that, starting with Esau.
They're
That's
scared.
why it says, Rev 11, we didn't finish that.
Oh, yeah.
It said that great fear fell upon them, you know?
You're about to finish that then.
Oh, and Ezekiel 37.
Yeah.
But back in Jeremiah 30:16, and it says, and they that spoil thee.
Well, that's why fear fell upon him.
Right. See?
That right there. Why would fear fall upon you for us knowing who we are?
Right.
Why would that be a problem?
Right.
Why would that be your reaction to us waking up to what was taken to put us to sleep? You know, like you're upset that we found what was stolen, but you're supposed to be all about justice, right?
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. And it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. That's right. So what's the movie Trading Places? That's about to happen very soon. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. And you nations too. Yeah, y'all about to be in slavery too.
Yep.
So I got a quick one. Revelation 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end.
It's so crazy that Esau has cornerilized.
Yeah.
Corny. You know how you say corny?
Yeah.
Esau has turned our plight into like corny. Like, ain't nobody want to hear that shit no more, bro.
Yeah.
Because now, when you look at it, it's like everyone has an equal chance.
Right.
But really, you just have an equal opportunity to be a demon.
Yeah.
Right.
You could be a demon. You could be a hoe. Everybody can be wilding. So you can't use the plight of what America has been known for now in 2026. If you look at it.
Yeah.
Like even Jake don't want to hear about segregation.
Right.
They don't want to hear about that because they're vaping. They got some thick white woman who likes niggas. They're trying to riz and wearing meta glasses. Everybody's just fucked up out here. So Esau has truly put a stain on our complaint. So now it's like when you complain about what's been done, it's like, we already watched Roots, man. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
He's literally he's downgraded our demise.
Yeah, bro.
He's literally made it like DEI.
Yeah.
Now black women are working everywhere. Their ass is just tight in every fucking office they work in.
Yep.
So now it's like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and then white people are fucked up. So I don't know, man. You kind of better than me right now. So it's like, this is why prophecy at the end of the day is the most important aspect to explain even to right now what people are dealing with. And Esau being jacked up right now is because they're getting ready to do a global reset.
Right.
So everybody's got to be affected right now.
Yeah.
You know? To want to jump into the next phase.
Yeah. For real. Back in Revelation 2:26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
And they can't see that.
Right.
You know? But the black woman could call herself a boss bitch. But she can't hear we gonna be in God mode in a very in the next couple blinks of your eyes.
Crazy.
Hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. I'm telling you, we surround ourselves by hypocrites, you know? And complete hypocrites. Read that again, please.
Yes. This is Revelation 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, To him will I give power over the nations.
To him.
That's heavy.
I am him.
Right. Yep.
All right. Him. Okay. So that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on our godship.
Mhm.
We're waiting on our sonship. We're waiting to be put in a stead that we didn't even know was given to us.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing of it all. We didn't even know this 20 years ago. You know? We didn't know this.
Yeah, bro.
But you did.
Yep.
You Edomites did. You Moabites did. You Ammonites did.
Yeah.
You Elamites did. You Ishmaelites did. You Amalekites did.
Yep.
You knew this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know this.
Real.
That's the craziest shit, man. Everybody, it's like, bro, they're not offended. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not offended for their offenses.
Yeah. And their iniquities.
Their inequities.
Yeah. But guess what? That's why payback is coming.
Yep.
The big payback.
Yep. And vengeance is the Lord's.
That's right.
And it's the Lord's good pleasure to give us the kingdom.
That's right.
And the Lord put it on Samuel Jackson's spirit to quote Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And it says, oh, it was towards Esau, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Brad.
Yeah.
Look at the
yeah,
brains
Brad.
on, or Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
Look
Yeah.
at the brains on Brad.
Said, what?
He's black.
Say what again? Back in,
Great movie, by the way.
great movie. Hell
Great
yeah.
movie.
Yep, great movie.
Great movie.
Back in Revelation 2:27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father.
Weren't we broken up?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't we broken? Let's get Deuteronomy 30:7. Weren't we broken? Weren't we scattered? See, the only difference is we're going to beat your nationality back into you.
Right.
Okay? So, you're not going to be, and these nations, they only identify with these coined terms because of the crafty council.
Right.
Why is a nigga in Africa wearing a suit and tie?
Right.
It's
that wine.
It's the wine. Japanese, Chinese, Why is y'all militaries all the same? The fatigues.
Yep.
You all had to, your advancement centered around Esau's dominance.
Yeah. Seriously. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these
We should
curses.
start at 1 then.
Yeah, got you.
Start at 1.
This is
What we gonna do? Rush back to go fucking beat niggas in Babylon?
hell.
We're gonna rush back to Esau ruling over us?
Fuck no. Rush back to do what?
To do what?
Come on, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy 30:1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations.
Which proves the white man can't save you.
Right.
The Lord put us in this position. He just used Esau as a physical vessel to do so.
Right.
The white man can't save you.
Seriously.
I hope a Cesare Borgia cross falls on a nigga.
Right.
And he dies.
Real.
You know what I mean? Like the little body.
Yeah.
The nigga like Christian Bale when he lost all the weight.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I hope he falls on one of you niggas, man.
Yep.
Someone
Real.
northern kissing his feet.
Right. Ephraim and their fucking idols.
They're fucking idol worshipers,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
And what's up with all you women with that blue evil eye necklace?
Yeah.
And they all got fucking chest tats. I see a woman with a tat between the tits, I walk away.
Red flag.
There's a lot of red flags out here,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
And the Lord's gonna bring it to a screeching halt.
Mm-hmm.
This generation ain't even worth my peace, bro. I stay home. Keep going, bro.
And it reads, Deuteronomy 30:1. It says, whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy power.
See, we're returning now
Right.
through Yahweh Shai.
Right.
We're returning through Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
This is the obeying. Not just wearing fringes, not just living by the law.
Right.
We got to be out here. Here's an altar. We got to be crying to the Lord.
And it reads, like it says in Isaiah 19.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What you about to say?
No, I was gonna. Our complaining is actually a blessing to us to be delivered, because Ezekiel 9 says, "Mark them that sigh and cry."
Right.
We're supposed to be sighing and crying.
Right.
They're supposed to set up self-help groups to help you while you're here.
Right.
Obviously, we got to do certain things to maneuver, mingle, but like we're gonna set up a marriage counselor.
We're trying to get out of here.
Trying to get out of here.
For what? Because even like going back to our law, if a woman is betrothed already and a man try to go into her, she's supposed to scream out.
She's supposed to scream out.
Exactly, right? So us being the Lord's woman and us complaining and crying to the Lord, we're screaming out, saying, hey, please, Lord, deliver us, save us from this evil ass man. But the Jakes that's not crying out, like you said, setting up shop, setting up marriage counseling and all kinds of bullshit, that means you content here and you don't want to be saved.
You don't want to leave.
Right.
Ain't comfy.
You don't want to leave.
Yeah.
You want to get raped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says, remember, men settle with their leads.
Yeah.
I'll search Jerusalem with candlesticks.
Hmm?
I'm gonna get the niggas that got their spiritual feet up.
Oh no.
You know?
I don't want to. No, we in captivity.
It reminds me of that scene in Casino where Robert De Niro, he told that Edomite to get his feet off the table.
Yeah. Yep.
But the Edomite was tied in with like the sheriff or the commissioner. So he basically got a pass, but Robert De Niro wasn't having that. So he called the security guards and they picked this nigga's feet up and then they grabbed him and used his fucking head to open the door.
Damn right.
But that's what the Lord need to do.
Damn right.
End all these bullshit prophet podcasts, these corny ass stupid schools, you know? Because see, Jake is gonna revert back to who they are as Israelites when calamity hits.
Mhm.
That's when you're gonna see that ancient Israelite crying to their God spirit. Watch. A nigga in Jacob trouble isn't gonna put his fingers together like this and call on Saturn.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay?
Back in Deuteronomy 30 and verse
Nigga going, he ain't kissing an onk. You better kiss your ass goodbye, nigga. And tell your elder she-girl, she's gone too.
Mhm.
And what did Ving Ram say to that dude? He said, say your Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Not able to,
It was in Dawn of Dead.
yeah, Dawn of Dead.
And Mekhi Phifer, he saw Ving Rhames in the bathroom, and basically he's like, you know, like, man, this shit real. Like,
Yeah.
so Ving Rhames, he looked at me and said, oh, because you saw hell yesterday, now you want to get right with God. I tell you what, go in the stall, wipe your ass, and say 3 Hail Marys, and you and God are even. He told that nigga, clean his ass, and then call on the Lord.
Damn.
Dirty ass nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, but I'm telling you, the judgment that the Lord gonna bring in America,
Bro.
the Lord gonna have to put a spirit of laughter on us, bro.
Man.
Because seeing judgment, you can't watch judgment and eat food.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So the Lord gonna put a very cold spirit on us to laugh at calamity. All right, Kevin Hart, we will laugh at pain.
Right.
Mhm.
For real. Back in Deuteronomy 30 and 2, and it reads, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations.
Yeah, like you ever see a woman, she be like, come here, babies.
Yeah.
And she gather you and she hold you.
Mhm.
And it be in your spirit to embrace that.
Mhm.
Everybody want big mama love.
Mhm.
But they ran through big mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we found out now our spiritual mother is wisdom.
Mhm.
You know, because big mama's compromised.
Yeah.
You seen soul food?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the collard greens.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
All that love, but there's
Right.
more ignorance than love.
Yeah,
That-
man.
you know what I mean? That love doesn't trump ignorance.
Mhm.
Because it says open rebuke's better than secret love.
That's right.
Nah, bro, love ain't fixing. The love that Jake is trying to produce ain't fixing us, man.
Mhm.
Because all you're gonna do is get together and both mourn, have sex, and bring more children in.
Yeah.
And we're both still in the same position.
Yeah.
Yep.
They call that trauma bonding,
Yeah,
you know?
Isaac,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yep.
Keep going.
Back in Deuteronomy 30 and verse 3, it says, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy power hath scattered thee.
Another cut proving the Gentiles is us.
Right.
Y'all don't love the Lord's
Yeah.
people, man.
Mhm.
For you to just hurry up and throw yourself as the Gentile, it's basically like when a world crisis happens, everybody wants to get on the ship and they all push niggas to last.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
when the shit happened in Russia and Ukraine, and they were doing like evacuations,
Yeah.
they were pushing all the dark-skinned women out the way.
Mm.
So when real life happens, they're kicking niggas off first.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wait last.
Mm-hmm.
So now what it found out is everybody that wanted to claim a seat on the salvation train, now when the conductor goes through to see who's got a ticket, all you niggas' tickets was counterfeit.
That's right.
And all the so-called black people that look through, waiting outside, that's for them.
That's right.
You know?
Because we need that.
We need it.
Us as a people, we need that.
We tired. We
Come on, bro.
sick,
I've never seen. I've never seen a homeless Mobite.
right?
I've never seen a homeless Hamite or a damn Elamite.
Unless they're in their land.
Right.
That's
Right.
the thing. They getting fucked up too where they're from.
And
So they come here,
right.
but then when they get here, why ain't they being treated like a immigrant still?
Right.
Come here to exploit us, exploit the system here.
Thank you. That's my point.
Yeah.
See, but guess what, brother? There is homeless Moabites in China because of the social credit system.
Right.
Now they're becoming homeless,
Right, bro.
which is also the curses creeping in.
Mhm.
So the mark of the beast is going to be the catalyst for the curses on them.
Yep.
You know?
It's happening in real time. Prophecy is speaking in real time.
Yep.
And nobody is and everybody is completely oblivious to it.
And that's the complaint. Why ain't they getting treated like that here?
Mhm.
We know why.
Mm-hmm.
But then the pride in them will look at us like we just beggars and bums because we're riding off the system, but there's no other way to get a leg up in this fucking system.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you go to work and now you got a stupid bitch ass job, depending on who fucking hires you. And a lot of times it's some white fat dyke bitch
Ah.
that's the manager.
Mhm.
And then you resorted to work at McDonald's or Burger King. You're just through. You got some college debt you ain't pay off. You can barely afford a fucking apartment.
Yep.
So it's like anything that you get to be above water, you're still drowning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the average Jake life here in America for Jake. Especially with the Jake man first, you know?
But then the woman, she gets to go on the fucking CIA podcast like Myron's bitch ass, that fucking
Yeah.
Elamite. Isn't he like Elam or something?
Yeah, yeah.
He's a CIA.
Yeah.
Wasn't he working for the secret? He was.
Yeah.
That nigga's an
He's
agent too.
Yeah.
I want him as a slave
He
too.
got outed.
Yeah, he's a proud little fucking
I don't think
demon.
that's that fucking heathen.
He ain't a
That
Jake.
ain't no damn Jake.
Nah.
Now the other guy with him,
If
that's a Jake.
If he isn't Jake, I'm revoking his black card.
Right. Right. Because you do got Jakes that's
Right.
Or
that
that,
could be a
Yeah.
heathen, but he's a
Yeah,
Jake.
spell out.
yeah.
But he don't know he a Jake.
He hates Jake men though.
Yeah.
He be really one thing I noticed, everyone collectively hates Jake men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really hate Jake men. You know?
It's crazy, bro.
Even if you'll have a child with a woman and then her family looking, I'll beat your family's ass, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's another thing too. I'm not here to fucking please nobody's family.
Yep.
You know? Some worldly ass people.
Mhm.
And families have no problem giving their daughters to demons.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They be the number one problem in the girl's ear.
Hell yeah,
Mhm.
bro.
You know?
Putting a damn battery in her back.
Yep.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Myron is a Hamite. He's Sudanese. Oh,
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
you, nigga.
Yep.
He was probably a pharaoh
Yeah.
because
yeah.
Sudanese. That's Mitzrayim.
Yeah, the
Uh,
tall ass
Yeah,
niggas.
that's why that nigga's tall.
Yeah, bro.
That's why he's tall.
He'll beat your ass.
Yep.
My bad. But
Yep.
you know.
So we'll take
We ain't carnal. We ain't
we'll take what's his name? Matumbo.
Yeah.
We'll
He a
take
Jake.
Matumbo.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we not claiming Myron.
Yeah.
Remember the racial draft
Yeah.
and Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Which that was spiritual because the black delegation chose Tiger Woods because he is a Jake,
Yeah.
Right.
but his mom's a Moabite.
Right.
But then as soon as the black community claimed him, he lost all his endorsements.
Yeah.
And look,
But he did.
And then
yeah,
he said,
he did though.
and then he said, my first word I want to say is for shizzle.
And look at him now.
Fried chicken.
And now look at
He
him,
getting DUI,
pulled over,
car accident,
He's
leg
got a-
fucked up.
porn addiction.
Yeah.
That's because you resort to that man that his name's Tiger.
Yeah.
You can't resort Tiger to one woman.
Yeah.
Right?
He's gotta flex his wings, bro.
Yeah.
And brothers, don't be letting no women fucking be the penis police.
Yeah,
That-
bro.
All right?
Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah.
Back in Deuteronomy 30, we not carnal up here.
Right.
We not carnal. We spiritual men. Deuteronomy 30 and verse 4. It says, that's the point though. Deuteronomy 30 and 4. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee.
Which is why we have laws for a stranger.
Right.
Okay? And then to cut that, if a Christian try to says, right here, I said strange. All right, bitch, well, now bring your strange ass here and be subject unto me.
Exactly.
Okay? So all strange women unite. Right? All the strange women, right? But that's the point though. They try to find a way in. So let's hypothetical, let's entertain it, right?
Right.
So now what's your position amongst me then?
Exactly.
Is that now we're equal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are a servant. So I won't there's a law, you can't break a servant something. All right, we won't beat your ass, as they would say, but you still acknowledge you're a servant.
Exactly.
See? So when they angles that they use, you can flip it on them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying that that's true, but since you want to use it as an angle, fetch some water and wood.
Damn right.
Yep.
Just like the Lord said, the Lord put a difference between us and the Egyptians.
Yeah.
You know?
Like that white woman, she asked Denzel in the movie Malcolm X,
Yeah.
said, what can I do to help?
Yeah.
Well, in 2026, I'm going to say you can help with a lot.
Yeah.
All right? There's a lot you can help with.
Yeah.
How about that?
Bro. Deuteronomy 30:4, and it says, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee, and the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it.
Could you imagine, let's just say, can you imagine a Jake woman missing out on this all because she had a problem hearing us Israelite men say we could deal with other nations?
Right.
That's the epitome of a bitter bitch. You lost out on your position in a palace because what I'm doing with my penis. Right? When you think about it.
Yeah.
When you actually think about it, man. You know, our people have been so downtrodden. Majority of our women still have that demon of women ruling over us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why ultimately the Lord got to put us in power.
Yep.
Because even like
Because they have the power, they'll be willing.
That's
Exactly.
the man's spirit.
Yep.
Yeah.
They think they're equal to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy, bro.
Yep. Esau's got God envy. Eve's got a penis envy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But even like on a carnal earthly level, a man that has wealth and you know he's a high status,
Value man.
high value man, the water.
So-called.
Women don't have no exactly so-called, right? They don't have no issue with him having multiple women because he has
Exactly.
power.
Yep.
And,
You can't question that man because he can do away with you.
Even
Okay, bitch, be gone.
this one Jake woman, she I don't remember who it is. I gotta look it up. She's like a famous Jake actress.
Mhm.
You know what she said? She said, I don't mind my man having other women, just don't pay their bills. So she doesn't mind or has a problem with him being with another woman.
Right.
She just don't want certain benefits to come with it.
But even then, who are you to tell that?
Exactly.
Exactly, because
Exactly.
we have a law where we're gonna treat, we can't have a favorite
Yeah.
wife over another wife.
Exactly.
You know?
Come on, man.
So you all get kissed on the forehead.
But the scriptures say not a woman is not supposed to be jealous of another woman.
Yep.
But that proves a demon on him right now
Yep.
because
Yeah.
the curse.
So now you jealous. Now you just missed out on a position on the ark.
Right.
Exactly.
But speaking of the curses, it's gonna be transferred from us unto our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But shall I keep going?
Please.
Back in Deuteronomy 30:5. And the Lord said, it says, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and
New covenant.
that's right. And the heart of thy seed to love thy Lord thy power with all thine heart.
So soon we're gonna be programmed to be just perfect in the eyes of the Lord.
For eternity.
We're gonna be perfect.
For eternity.
We're gonna know everything we need to know, what pleases the Lord, what doesn't please the Lord. Like pretty much when you look at a cop as he goes by the book,
Yeah.
like he's studied.
Right.
So right now we're studying to show ourselves approved, but there's a time coming where we're gonna get the spiritual inspiration and it's not gonna leave us.
Yeah.
You know?
Everything is gonna be perfect. Bro.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we not. Oh my gosh, bro. We go, man. That's why it says, "I have not seen and ear is not heard." We're gonna be in complete awe.
Ear is not heard Eve say that she's happy that I got another wife today.
Man, it's crazy.
Like what's that Kanye West song? He said something for Christmas. You ever ask your bitch for other
It's
bitches?
just be a bomb. It's called bomb. Yeah. Right though.
I'm not asking.
Right.
Exactly.
But the point is, first of all, we live in a very poor situation.
Mhm.
So y'all don't even understand what we mean when it comes to more. It's not just I'm in an apartment with a job 9 to 5 and I got 4 women. No.
Right.
We're telling you how rulership is going to sustain itself.
Yes. It's a government.
And then, whoa, and then what's the Israelite man gonna do when the Israelite woman's on her cycle? I'm a king in power, and I'm just sitting on a cloud, and then, you know what I mean? Like Michelangelo waiting for pizza, and the
No.
fucking Ninja Turtles, he's just sitting there,
If I got it,
and my leg up,
yeah.
just chilling.
Listen, bro. If I got an itch, I need somebody to scratch that. You know, it's like I'm not about to have a one woman here on her cycle. Now I get it, you know, because we're in captivity. Like the scriptures say, a bishop. This we can understand that. But when it comes to like being in complete power, that's not gonna be the that reality, bro. You're not gonna have to be settled down with one woman. You know,
Crazy.
Mhm.
nah, man.
The white man turned y'all spiritual hair blonde.
Yeah, man.
You know what type of
You're right.
position I would put us in?
Come on, man.
Not happening. Thank you. Isaiah 60:22, spiritual arc 144. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh Shemel Shai, will hasten it in its time. So the Lord approves multiple wives for an Israelite
That's
man.
right. The Lord proves
The Lord wants me
That's right.
to have this. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what he said?
Yeah.
Shit.
So if one child is gonna be, bro, because one child gonna be a nation in itself. One brother gonna be a nation. A whole tribe is a nation. You mean tell me that's gonna, bro? One woman's gonna bring back 1,000 babies?
No.
Nah, bro.
Exactly.
That'd be too much on her body. Too much stress. Back in Deuteronomy 30 and 6, and it says, "And the heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, will put all these curses upon thine enemies."
And one of the number one is going to be is slavery.
That's right.
So we're witnessing financial examples of those curses now. Why you see Edomites crashing out.
Yep.
I work all day. I have nothing to, there's going to be hundreds of billions of Israelites throughout the entire galaxy.
That's right.
Thank you, brother.
That's right.
Thank you.
Right.
It's like you don't want Sissy to have another sis.
That's sand of the sea.
And that's scriptural.
Yep. So it's all good. We don't fret about it. We acknowledge the offense though.
Right.
We don't trip about it. Trust me. Because all that talk, all this opinions, Jacob's trouble is gonna clear the fucking air, bro.
Oh man. Yeah.
Jacob's trouble gonna clear the air.
Yeah, bro.
Watch.
Mm-hmm.
And your hair.
And it reads, verse 7, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses," that's a lot of, all these curses upon thine enemies.
Well, when you look at the curses, it's like a formula to destroy a nation out of
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
So outside of the Third World's War, outside of Yahweh Shai, the hosts of heaven, when you look at it, the curses are systematically designed to keep a nation destroyed.
Yeah.
And we're example. So we can show you. Look at So it's like, well, how the Lord is why we're able to talk, speak, move, breathe, operate, have the knowledge. Because if we didn't, we'd be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So these nations are gonna be dumb forever.
Man.
But
that's why they have to come to us
for everything.
For the wisdom, right? For everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep, for everything.
Just like we do with our enemies, with Esau.
Go to them for the want of all things.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna lick our chicken grease finger. I'll be a minute.
Yep.
We're gonna boast ourselves.
Yep.
We're gonna boast ourselves very soon, man.
Man.
On this earth and beyond.
Man, bro.
Is that it, brother?
No, it's more. And it says, "And on them that hate thee."
Don't they hate us?
You
got white women right now going viral, yelling out the N-word.
Wow.
You see that, they'll be like, nigger.
Yeah.
It's okay. Trust me.
But what's new?
Right. What's new? Because soon the Lord's gonna put it on these nations' spirits, starting with the women, to love us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You gonna love it. Keep going.
It says, "And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee."
Because the Lord, he put us through what he put us through. So now certain things, other brothers and sisters or younger brothers and sisters, they may look at us like, why are they laughing? Why are they? Because we've been beat before. So it's like we're conditioned to this condition. And this is why we can sit here with confidence to laugh about soon the joy that we're going to receive in our kingdom.
Mhm.
find their kings. You know?
The fetish, yep.
What you got?
Oh.
Nah, what you got?
This is Zechariah 2 and verse 8.
We can end it off on that.
Okay. Zechariah 2 and verse 8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations, which spoil you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye.
Beautiful.
That was it.
Beautiful. So now the Lord is getting ready to bring what? Righteous judgment. It says a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to those that trouble thee.
Yep.
So we've been in trouble, but the Lord is getting ready to save us out of that trouble ultimately. So Lord's will, you brothers and few sincere sisters was edified through the Spirit as we were. And we just want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. With that being said,